No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Hey, where you going?
To my job!
You have a job?
Why wouldn't I? I'm not some lazy, inconsiderate jerk who lays in bed all day.
Say, where can I get one of these jobs?
Oh, they're everywhere, especially if you're green and have 6 tentacles.
Thanks. I'm gonna go look for one so I can stop mooching off my friends and they can get back to their lives.
Let's go. LOL Podcast Season 1, Episode 9. I have my second group of people here. These guys weren't on last time. I had to bring them all in this time to give them their shot at, being on the show. And I still haven't decided on the main cast yet, but the main cast will be on in a few weeks. So just go top to bottom. Where are you from? How long you been playing League? Who's your team? If you don't got a team, that's fine. But just tell a viewer something. Let's go.
I guess I'm first. So my name's Colin. I'm from Salt Lake City. I'm a Diamond 4 mid player, and I'm a fan of TSM.
Ooh. I hugged Bjergsen before.
Ah, of course.
Yeah, and his beard touched me, dude. I got so turned on by that.
Oh, dude.
Dude, Bjergsen's an awesome guy. I actually gotta talk to him, and he's different than he is on camera. That's what I'll say.
All right, so I guess I'm next.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the name is Paul. I've been playing League for a while. I just started really getting into it though. And I used to be a fan of Clutch Gaming, but since they are no more, I'm kind of in the market for a new team. I've always liked C9 though.
Join us.
Join
the force.
Right.
There's no more cosplaying lesbians, so we're good.
Hey, I like a few teams though, but I really kind of cheer for NA just kind of in general.
I feel you. Oh. My brother from Dominican.
Hey, hello. You can call me Don. I am actually a YouTuber in Latin America. I'm here learning English with you.
Yeah. All the hyenas over there in Puerto Rico.
This is. Let me tell you this. This is my first time speaking English with real English-speaking people, and I'm doing it live.
Oh my God, you're doing great. You're doing a good job, man. You're doing a good job.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, you're doing great. You're doing great.
I am YouTuber in Latin America. I have almost 500,000 subscribers, and we are going to do that here. Way of Life is for 500,000 subscribers.
Hell yeah, let's do it. Boy, Shinji.
My
boy. Shinji? What happened? Hello?
I'm still here.
I'm still here.
What the heck happened? Everybody's still here. Who's not here?
Shinji's not here.
Shinji's not here. All right, so Silverin, where are you going?
All right, so I'm Silverin. I've been playing League since beta.
What the fuck? Really?
I don't really grind out rank too much. The highest I've ever been was Gold 1, and that's without really trying too much. I like watching League better than playing League. So, and I'm also a TSM fan.
Ooh, man, TSM this year. All right, so Colin was the TSM fan, right? And you were the TSM fan, right?
Right.
Correct.
Okay, so just from a fan perspective, what was going through your mind all year during summer? Well, specifically summer, because they got to high highs in spring, and then it all came crashing down and it fell apart in summer.
Honestly, I wasn't even that surprised. After I felt like they were after they didn't. I felt like they probably would have done a lot better if they just picked Grig, but when they didn't, and Cadian's mental was already fucked, and then they picked him anyways. I kind of knew it was gonna go downhill, but I still had faith that they might make Worlds. But yeah,
Wow,
just kind of sucked.
Yeah, I saw Bjergsen's face when they lost to Fnatic at Rift Rivals. I was like, okay, he's done. His face was so disappointed.
Hey man, at least they took a game off them,
Yeah, see, it's just I think they lost at Rift Rivals so hard that they just lost all confidence in themselves. I just really never saw that. How could that happen? It was literally just Rift Rivals. No one even took Rift Rivals that seriously, but they did. They're like, no, we got to try hard for Rift Rivals. Their mental spirit broke in half.
Yeah, I thought it was like broken before that. Like their whole like infrastructure was like so fucked.
See, I think a lot of it too is just. I mean, look how bad. Look at what happened to Spring. Right? They had that in the bag. They were winning. They were winning that game hard, and then Sven threw, and I think it just kind of demoralized everybody. And then the coaching staff's like, "Oh, we got to make some changes in the jungle." So then they played Ring Around the Jungle forever, and then that made their solo lanes play like complete dog shit.
I just want to say,
yes.
In what moment we conclude that Bjergsen's beer didn't work?
All the time.
It's a year now, right? It's a year now.
It's hard because
he came with the beer in this season, in January. It's a year now.
Beard is not the cause of them losing. You're trolling me. You're trolling me. He's trolling, guys.
Bjergsen also had a pretty good year, though. I mean, he might have had some down games, but
really good year, actually.
Overall, he was definitely the most consistent on the team, and the only real bright spot for a lot of the game.
Yeah, I think if you go back and look at how it kind of all unfolded there, Bjergsen just kind of had to, go just play mid lane. Like, what's the point in roaming when you're going to be roaming without a jungle? It just didn't matter anymore.
Another thing from you guys' perspective is, what was your first initial reactions when Spica was announced to play his first ever LCS playoff game, and that was in your quarterfinal match?
I wasn't even like that mad. I was kind of like more interested. Like if they would have even like used the subs. Like I felt like that they had so much confidence in him that they didn't even get like subs for jungle, and they got bot subs. I thought they might use like the bot subs, but they never did. So then I felt like that they just effed everything up. If like they weren't even going to use the bot subs, then like I don't see why they did that and why they just didn't get like a Cadian or Greg as a sub. It just didn't make any sense. But I like before the quarterfinals match, I was optimistic, but like after it, I was like, man, they really fucked everything up.
I agree.
I mean, they played Clutch, so obviously I was cheering for Clutch. But whenever I saw that that Spica was going to be the jungle, I honestly, the first thought that came to my mind was, who is running that front office? Because you're setting this kid up to fail. You already have so many problems in the jungle, and you're putting a rookie in the most important games of his career by far. I mean, you've got to really expect him to just be top notch, or else you add from a front office point of view, that's just not a good thing to do. You're going to stunt his growth or hurt the way that he's going to grow into a better player by giving him bad games, and that's exactly what happened.
No, the kid is there.
Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Hey, yeah, now you're working.
Okay, thank God. All right.
Once Shinji, where are you from? How long have you been playing League? Just kind of get the viewers, acclimated with you.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. My name is Sean J. I'm from Dallas, Texas, but I live in Los Angeles right now. I've been playing. Yeah, I live in LA, man.
Bro, I live like 2 hours away from LA.
What? Yeah, I live in Dallas.
Hit some hoes up.
Man, let's do it, bro. I'm down. I'm hella down.
Strip club, man. We gotta go to strip club in our TSM and Cloud9 jerseys.
You're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
Bro, I gotta have all them girls on me in the strip club.
All of them. No, yeah. I live in Thousand Oaks, but yeah, dude. Yeah, I've been playing since season 3. I would say, around season 3, and I've been watching around the same time. A good friend of mine got me into the game, and he was just like, dude, there's this player over here, and he was talking about Bjergsen. And so then I started watching LCS, and I was like, dude, Bjergsen, this dude's freaking awesome. So yeah, I'm a TSM fan. I know you guys probably hate that, but whatever.
No, you're
actually a lot of TSM.
No, you're love tier. There's a lot of there's 3
TSM
here.
Oh, dude, TSM is where it's at. But dude, I like all of League. I love the community. I love the game. I haven't been up to date. Let's just say for the last. Let's just be honest, guys. TSM's been down for a bit. I've been upset about it. So, man, I really wish this podcast was happening around like 2016. I was really on top of it. But no, we're coming back this year. We're strong. We got Dardock. We're about to take over. So yeah, that's a little bit about me, guys.
I should have created a league channel like in 2016. I told my friends
exactly right.
Yeah, I told my friends in season 7 when Samsung Galaxy won. I was like, they're gonna win a world championship. They're like, no. I bet my friend $100 that Samsung Galaxy was sweep SKT3-0. And did I go through a bet? No, I pussied out. Like literally, the game started.
Dude, that Samsung is one of the greatest teams of all time.
Man, dude. Okay, so okay, sorry about that. Okay, so you guys were saying that you guys didn't like the TSM changes, Spica coming in, and then what did you guys feel about Sven?
Trash.
Yeah, I mean, you could. Felt like he was like okay, but it was like it didn't feel like he didn't seem any better than like any of like the other good ball laners like Sneaky and Doublelift.
I'd rather had Wild Turtle in there, honestly. Like he was the true definition of Bjergsen and a ward. He just farmed his lane. He didn't do shit. Didn't matter how good Smoothie was playing or nothing. He just didn't do a damn thing.
I'm crying.
His numbers weren't that bad if you compare it. Like his numbers were up there around like Doublelift, around the top tier in the ADC. But the thing is, you're right. Like outside of lane, like he just didn't push any advantages. I feel like he didn't really do anything outside of lane. Like in lane, he was pretty decent. I would say above decent, like top 3 for sure. But compared to like even Cody Sun in that, like man, Cody Sun at the end of last year was ridiculous in that last series. Oh my god, in that last series he outplayed Sven so bad. Not just like not in lane, but like outside. Like compared to Doublelift and Cody Sun, Sven didn't touch at all. And I felt like that was a lot. It was such a weird upgrade because they from what I heard originally they really liked Mithy, right? And it was like a 2 combo deal, like Mithy and Sven. But I felt like that whole ordeal, I don't know if y'all have talked about this, but that whole ordeal when Mithy and Sven came over, the best in the West, all that bullshit. That's so much pressure, especially coming against, like you're coming to Doublelift's hood, man. Like Doublelift owns this land and they just replaced Doublelift, which was so silly to me. I was like, what? Because what?
This is how I feel about that. At that current point in time, it was an upgrade because they did feel at 2017 Worlds when they got knocked out by Misfits.
Oh, back to back. Oh yeah, back to back.
At that moment, it was the right decision. A lot of people.
100%. It's easy to like talk shit on it now, but like,
at that moment, they just got. Dude, I look back at that moment today. I was like, wait a minute, TSM could have got out of that group because if they beat Misfits, right after that, World Elite beat Misfits too. So if TSM, remember, they lost to Flash Wolves who were 0-5.
Mm-hmm.
So if TSM Flash Wolves and then World Elite had beat Misfits, which they did, TSM would have got out of the group.
Mm-hmm. They're both are tragic. 2016 and 2017. It was like, it was so close. You could have, especially 2016. If they just could have got out of that group, they could have gone so far. And they were ridiculous that year.
Fucking Lucian, man. Oh my god.
I know, and holding his flash. But back to the. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry about that.
No, you go.
I think what they forgot to factor in was how much power Doublelift actually brought to the early game, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at TSM at any other point in time, they've always been a good team, right? A top contender.
100%.
But any other point in time, they're always passive, right? They always play for the late game. When they had Doublelift, they would play early.
They would, and not only that, he would. That was another difference. Like what I wanted to talk about Sven and Doublelift.
Sure.
Doublelift, while Doublelift was with TSM, he was also almost like a play caller in the fact that when things started getting passive, because Bjergsen sometimes he's like in big games, he'll just like, dude, I'm not gonna lose lane instead of I'm gonna go out and win lane. Doublelift brought a lot of that like aggressiveness into those team fights. While Sven, a lot of people talked about Sven was so babied by Mithy because Mithy's so fucking good and like so smart. That a lot like Sven was only worried about ADC. Like there's nothing else he was worried about. While Doublelift was with TSM, was calling a lot of different plays, like in TSM's prime. And I felt like with that big roster move, like everything was perfect, except for Mike Young, because it took Mithy away. It took Mithy away from Sven and took Mithy concentrating on Mike Young. It was awful.
So trash.
No, it was awful because you had such a look. You have Mithy, like LC champion, Sven LC champion, Beerson Godly, Hanser Godly, and then you throw in some random ass 17-year-old. Like they should have took Darduck that year, and I'm telling you, that roster would have been ridiculous. I think Sven's gonna pop off on C9 because he is a good player. Yeah. It was just the whole context of what happened and how it was happening, just all fucked up. And then once that TSM like bad ball snowball starts, it's like a snowballing, but the opposite way. Like with the everything just started going down. Then I felt like all that pressure got on to Sven, and it's just too much pressure at TSM. I think Sven is gonna be like the other Sven, and he's gonna absolutely pop off at C9 because he is ridiculous. He's a very good player.
Don.
In China, they call people who play bad players of League of Legends. They call them orphans.
That's magnificent.
But listen. And in China, they call Bjergsen the owner of the orphanage.
Oh,
all right,
bruh.
That is ruthless.
Really? You're not joking.
Really. I will give you the link of the video. A Chinese guy explaining nicknames, LCS nicknames in China.
That's hilarious.
Oh my God.
What do they call Doublelift in China?
I don't remember. Sorry.
Doublelift is a fucking beast.
Oh my God.
He is until he gets to international, and then he.
That's what I was about to say. Like, what do y'all really think about? Like, because to me, the all-time best ADC international is going to be Sneaky, right? Sneaky's fucking believable, and except for this last year, but Sneaky's had the best results at any ADC. It's like really no argument other than maybe Stick say that MSI was that Caitlyn, God, sexy ass Caitlyn, but
I think
Sneaky actually played pretty well at Worlds, though.
Yeah, he always does.
He actually had a really nice showing, which was surprising to me because if you watch him during the split, it was
talking about this last split, right?
Yes. It was a little bit underwhelming compared to what people are used to seeing from him. Whenever he goes to international events, you're right. It's like he turns on a switch and he plays up to the competition for sure.
I think it's because of that solo queue, the Korean solo queue. Like if it's like Dragon Ball Z, if you fight against stronger characters, you're gonna get stronger. And this year they chose to go to EU, and I was like, why would you go to EU solo queue instead of Korean solo queue? At worst, Chinese solo queue. That shit's insane. Why go to EU solo queue? I feel like they played worse players, so they got worse results. In some
that's an argument. That is a decent argument. I definitely understand.
Every single year they went to Korean boot camps, they got out of groups. But the 2 years they were screaming in EU in their boot camp, they didn't get out of groups, and that's like
apparently,
you know what I mean?
Like, wasn't it something about just traveling because it was already there? So they're like, it'd just be easier just to stay here, and then a lot of players are going to be there anyway. And
gosh,
I mean, well, let's be honest though. Going to EU, isn't a bad thing either. I mean, compared to NA, EU is definitely a huge upgrade.
Ridiculous! Oh yeah,
sure.
Ping, just amount of players.
Yeah, but I meant in terms of the solo queue, like you want to get the most out of
quality. Yeah,
you want to go into the hyperbolic time chamber and come out like buff. Sneaky came out looking like Yamcha at Worlds, dude.
Yeah, they're fucking benching with Krillin instead of come on.
Well, I know I heard a couple of you guys are C9 fans. Like, what about okay, so the culture at TSM is one way, right? Everyone knows about that, but and everyone thinks the C9 culture is supposed to be Cloud9 tech, literally, right? Heaven over there. It's supposed to be amazing, but to be honest, Reaper's done some crazy stuff with the subbing and always something playing. They played Blabber over Sven in Worlds. Is the culture really all that heavenly? Could you be benched at any moment for no goddamn reason? What is it really like over there?
I think.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good. You go. You got it.
I was just gonna say, I think a lot of the changing of Blabber and Svenskeren was more or less the enemy jungler who matches up better against the other jungler. And can you let's say whenever you put in a guy like Blabber, he wants to be more aggressive. So you're trying to snowball probably most likely mid lane. That's usually where they like to play out of, or top lane. So because you got Licorice in top lane, which is
what a
hard
beast.
carry.
Oh yeah.
So I think that had a lot to do with his decisions. I used to be right there with you with all of Reaper's decisions and whatnot, but he has really made me a believer because they are consistently a top 3 team. And they always are making worlds. They're always doing well internationally. They're respected internationally. And you, besides Team Liquid now, you could say that they were the only NA team that was actually respected at international events.
Honestly, I could definitely agree with that. And not just top 3, but they're actually producing talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they're not just bringing like TSM will buy talent, but like C9 is growing talent. I mean, Licorice came out of there, freaking
Licorice, Blabber,
So like, they definitely have something there. But I'm also saying, like, is it really
all that?
Like, if no, like, is it really? It's kind of scary to be a badass player like Sven. He's an MVP and he's not playing 100% of the time. So like, it's kind of like TSM's toxic in one way, but then like C9, you could literally be benched just for no reason. And even though not no reason, it makes sense. But like, as a top tier player, sometimes you're thinking like, what the hell? Like, to me, Blabber and Sven are so similar, but I just think Sven's better. They're both very aggressive. They both go at camp around mid lane, help Nitsky out or help Jensen back in the day. They're both very similar. So if it was like stylistically different, like Acadia and Greg, I could see like subbing different times. Even though both those players, I don't think are anywhere close to those 2 C9 junglers. But it felt like they were 2 same junglers that they were just subbing in randomly. That's like they're both similar styles, but I just think Sven was better.
I think one of them probably had better results against another team. Like maybe Blabber was beating Griffin more consistently than.
Oh, like Scrimrise, you think, like, or something like that, like behind the scenes.
Yeah, because you only make those decisions based off like scrims. You don't make those decisions.
Yeah.
Like, hey, fuck you, Sven. You're gonna go face Tarzan, the best jungler in the world. Hey,
yeah, it was so fucking random. But it's on the outside. On the outside, it looks.
Dude, I can tell from their first game, against Hong Kong Attitude, I was saying like, what the hell's going on here? Like,
dude, all of Ende was pissing me off, dude. It was like, I was like, God damn. And then Clutch made it there, even though it was awesome run, but I was just like, dude, Clutch is about to get like just ran through, bro. Like, I was like, what?
Faker opened
they got a really bad team.
Faker opened up DeMonte's asshole and started fisting it. That's what it felt like.
No, literally, dude. It's like they just sat on their keyboards. Like, it was just awful to watch. I was like, dude, there's just no way. Meanwhile, Splice gets put in theirs. I was just, I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Like, I know you guys, you were talking about watching LEC a lot. Like, I love to watch LEC. It's like, it's very good stuff. I just hate the fan base because like they hate on NA so bad. And it's like, dude, it's literally way smaller fan base over here. Like, I mean, player base. We make more money over here, but it's like as a business. But it's like, how do you compare to the LEC? They have like 8,000 countries over there all playing the game, and we basically have California and parts of like Canada playing the game over here. It's like not even close, dude.
1 sec.
Like talent wise.
Don, what do you think?
I think LEC is kind of boring.
Really?
No, to the viewer, you only have G2 and Fnatic. The other games are boring as hell.
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I 100% agree.
Splice games, I almost want to go blow my goddamn brains out.
What? Oh my god, they're just fucking up until 45 minutes, and then Kave fucking carries.
I love my G2 boys, but outside of that, bro, it's like, how did EU
so hard to watch?
EU claims they're so good, right? But how did none of their better teams than Splice get past Splice? Splice have played the exact same way since 2016 spring. It's nothing.
Basically,
yeah, they've been very similar. Yeah.
Which is crazy how they kept that for so long.
So I don't want to hear no EU person saying, "Oh yeah, we're so much better than North America." Yet your trash teams can't beat another shit team.
I just don't understand that. I mean, Splice, like you said, since 2016, could not play the mid game. Like decent, like survived the beginning, right? Early game, mid game looked like, I don't know, like bronze 5 players, and then Kabe would, carry like at the end of the game, like in 45 minutes later.
Sometimes, and this is not to rag on any of my EU fans. I have EU girls that watch me. I love you, my EU girls, but you guys get
My EU girls.
Yeah, dude, I checked my analytics. I have some EU girls that watch me. I checked it, and then I was like, okay, this is no offense to any EU person, but EU does get easy groups. Now, it's not to say they're not good teams, but you do get easy groups. Like we'll do a recent example, not this year because that's really recent. Let's do another one because someone's gonna ask me what's your examples. Fnatic, 100 Thieves, G-Rex, and IG. Okay, that is not even a group. That group looked like shit. It's literally IG and Fnatic speed race into first. 100 Thieves looked like garbage pretty much all that summer split, and then you have G-Rex.
Oh my god, I hated that year. I hated that.
So that's an easy group. In 2016, they had an easy group with HUK, INTZ, HQ, and EDG. EDG, why did they even go on stage? Why was HQ? Why was HQ even there? Why was INTZ beat EDG? EDG went perfect throughout the entire summer split. That is an easy ass group. EDG just started choking on like cock at the event. Like, all right, and then after that, 2015 Cloud9, IG, Fnatic, and what was it? HQ. Another easy group. Fnatic went 18-0 in that split, and IG were what the third place team in the LPL. Is no offense to any EU teams, but they do get easy groups. Let's take this year for example. Fun plus Phoenix Splice. J-Team and Cam Esports. What the hell is that garbage?
Oh, I was so pissed
that was
about
horrible.
that. And they still barely made it out that
I'm not
bitch.
saying EU's bad. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying they've gotten some easy groups. World Elite, Flash Wolves, Misfits, and TSM. What is that shit? Like, I'm not saying it's fixing games, but that shit is garbage.
Dude, what really pissed me off was that 2016, man. You had... Wait, what was it? You had RNG...
Samsung
Was it Jim?
Galaxy.
Yeah, Samsung Galaxy, TSM, and then of course Splice, which is getting ran through. But man, all three of those teams were so like contenders, man. Like TSM was ridiculous that year.
And then they just Splice.
And then they had Splice in there, right? But
it's really weird though. Kabi played against TSM then is now playing for TSM.
That's do you know what? I went back and watched that. I watched that late. It was Double Lift and Bioverse.
Mickey, that's crazy.
Dude. It's crazy, dude. I was like, "What? That's crazy."
Sorry, Dom. What do you want to say?
How did you say that you love EU girls? Let me tell you this.
All right, let's go.
The girl, the referee girl in EU in LEC, she's better to watch than Spice versus Rogue.
Oh, you ain't lying, bro. You ain't lying.
You ain't lying. Hey, I love me some Laura, man. Laura's so hot.
Which was Laura?
Laura is the second reporter, not Shox. It's the black-haired chick.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
French or something? I think she's French, right?
She's French. Yeah, she's French.
Yeah. I know which one. Yeah, she's cool.
So,
She's
question.
the interviewer. The interviewer. No, she's bad. She's bad at interviews. Really bad.
What's up?
Has anybody in this group done their power rankings for this coming up season?
One second. I want to do a full power rankings next month before the split starts. But if you're asking like 3 power rankings, I have my first 2 and my last 2. So I have TL, TSM, and then I have Golden Guardians and Immortals at 9th.
Bro, wow. I don't think Golden Guardians are going to be last,
we have the same top 2 and bottom 2.
I think I agree with you there.
Look, mark my words. I'm telling you guys, Golden Guardians will not be last.
No, I don't think they'll be last.
Okay. So here's the thing. With Golden Guardians, I think you're trolling if you don't put them last just because of the team that they have on paper. Now, does that mean that they will for sure be last? No. They could come out and be a solid team. But but look, I mean, I don't know about that. But looking at them just on paper, they have a support that's role swapping. They're doing different things. They have Golden Glue back in the mid.
Yeah.
The FBI is still pretty unproven. I don't think he had a great year last year. I mean, I know you could blame it on he didn't have a real support, but does he have real support this year? I mean, you don't know. So I think they almost have to be 10th just by the roster that they put together.
I mean, but if you ever watch Keith play, Keith is mechanically a good player.
He can be.
That's great. He plays ADC, right? So he can already land skill shots and do what he needs to do. So it's just going to be a matter of building synergy. FBI can't be as bad as some of the ADCs we already have. Golden Glue.
And I don't know.
I don't know.
He's
I
had
think-
good performances
Yeah, I don't know.
and bad performances. We don't know about closer yet, but Haunter's arguably top 4.
Yeah, I would say Haunter's like their
Haunter is
brightest
their
spot by
staple.
far.
Yeah, Haunter's a fucking stud, dude.
Oh man.
I mean, I remember watching
I love
Haunter
him.
play like Tank Poppy and just destroying everybody.
Oh my god, dude.
But
Haunter's
so-
such a G, dude.
So here was my problem, and especially with the because that was what Golden Guardians put out on their video was, hey, you're really mechanically gifted. You're really good. I know that you can do it, but that's not always really what you're looking at in a support. You know, you're sometimes you're looking more for the brains. You're looking more for the lead the team to do what needs to be done to win. And until he proves that he can do that as a support, it's tough for me to put them anywhere else but 10.
I'm gonna be disappointed in any team that loses to Keith's support.
I know.
But there's still a lot of
Dude,
other factors though coming in, right? I mean, we got those other import mid laners, right? And mid is probably is probably, if not the most important, the second most important lane in the game.
Yeah.
So if you lose through mid, you pretty much are fucked.
Yeah.
Oh no, 100%, dude. And
I
that's
actually
what
think Golden Guardians. I think Golden Glue is actually pretty decent. Like people,
he can
claim
hold
him,
his
but I
own, but
really
I don't think he's
that
gonna
bad.
flat out. He's not gonna get ran through, but I think he can hold his own for sure.
I think C9
And
massively covered up his flaws. Like
I think C9.
that's true. He's on a stack team there.
But he's still a challenger level mid laner in NA, right? And what's NA famous for? Sitting passive and farming.
Yeah.
There's no way he's gonna get dumpstered.
I don't think so. But it also, I don't know. It's so dependent on, because I was also going to talk about the potential downfall of C9 this year.
Whoa.
It's the mid. Look, the mid and jungle.
Kick for this call.
No, wait, hold on.
They got a compost pile in bottom lane, dude.
Mid.
LCS. What the fuck? I'm just
You're like, what the fuck? No, mid and jungle combination, right?
Okay.
I felt like Nipsey was getting a little bit clouded, right? A little bit of help from how, aggressive Sven was around him that whole year that, Sven was popping off and Nipsey was kind of popping off some games like that. I really want to see how Golden Glue's going to play this year and Nipsey playing with Blabber. I really want to see how those two, because who's Golden Guardians closer, right? That's that Turkish.
Their jungler.
You guys saw him when they played a clutch in the play-in stage
Yes.
best of 5.
Mm-hmm.
He was a shit.
Yeah, I've heard good things. I've heard good things though.
No, yeah, I think he'll be solid, but I definitely think like if NA is known for anything, right? I mean, it would almost be their junglers. so
No, it really is. Yep.
Him coming in, he's going to be facing immediately way better competition.
Ridiculous.
And I really think it's going to affect him, and he's going to have to grow. Like they're not going to come in and be world beaters.
Yeah,
they're going to come in and they're probably going to lose a lot. like they're definitely going to need to grow.
Junglers, man.
Another thing NA is also famous for is people coming in and looking hella good for the first split and then being dog shit.
That is also true. Yeah,
Imports do that all the time.
Everybody.
We're also known for retirement too. They're coming.
Yeah.
To retire. I swear.
Dude, I think what happens, they come in, they dominate, they get their little girlfriend, and then shit just hits the fan, dude. That's like.
I saw Sven Scarrett's girlfriend. She's hot as hell.
Oh, they're all hot as hell. You've been LCS, right?
Yeah, lots of times.
Man,
Bro,
they're all.
Bro, do you guys think I should hit on Pokemon if she ever goes there?
She usually goes the first day.
On a disease.
If you want.
Heck? She's a nice girl. What? She would never do that to me. I'm just kidding.
Dude, she has money for antibiotics, and
Bro,
she doesn't have
she never could
disease.
turn on a sexy black man like me. If she,
This
there's no
guy.
way she could turn me down. Like, look at
I
me.
just threw up in my mouth.
You guys are.
Let me.
I'm kicking you off from this call.
Yo, let me tell you this. This is another hot take. Let's listen to this one real quick. I think Dignitas is pushing top 4.
I think Jin Air can beat TSM, but we all stay super
No,
shit, right?
wait, what?
I actually kind of like that. I think that they definitely have the potential to be top 4.
They're
Without a doubt.
Think about it.
They're not a bad
No,
team, though.
They
Look
have
at
they
the
have a good
veterans,
roster.
bro. Look, you got top lane Huni, right? Fucking played on SKT. Don't forget about it. Froggen is I don't care what anyone says, dude. Froggen is a
good.
stud player, bro.
Yeah,
He's
Froggen's
a stud.
Yeah.
Stud old school player, knows the game, and then you have Afro for support, shot
And
calling,
Afro
all
has a
that.
lot to prove this year.
He does,
He
and
has a whole lot to
he has a chip on his shoulder. He has to, right? Because he almost didn't have a job, so he's coming in hot. Now you have Grig, who's a perfect role playing jungler. So you have 2 winning lanes usually. Froggen definitely doesn't lose lane. Huni, depending on which unit it is, he's either losing or he's completely feeding or just solo killing people, right? So you have 2 pretty strong solo lanes, and then you have a hardcore veteran, ex-MVP in the bot lane. The only thing is, I don't know what's his name? Johnson?
Yeah, Johnson.
Who the fuck is this? But I looked him.
Yeah.
He's like, he's top tier. I think number 2 on the challenger ranking. He's supposed to be a beast, but
I mean, it's
that's the only
NHL
question
too.
mark
Let's
to
be
me.
honest.
That's true. But that's the only huge question mark for me. But I feel like, dude, why couldn't they go and just play a CLG, right? Or who else is up there?
Johnson is from TSM's second academy team, like their little.
Oh, okay.
To be fair,
And he had
what's kind of funny? Grig and Acadian are all on the same team again.
Yeah,
I think
it's so weird.
Acadians in the academy with
I think
Demonte
what people
actually.
are forgetting though to factor in with Dignitas is the fact that Pooney's an entitled pile of dog shit.
He is.
And
Making
Froggen
$2
is
million.
probably, I'm not saying Froggen's bad by any means, he's probably one of the best mid laners to come out of the West ever, but he is a very passive player. Hooney does not play passive. He doesn't know what that word means. You say passive to Hooney and, and
He
he's
picks
like, I
Lucian.
gotta go power down. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I don't think in spring that they're going to do very well at all.
I think
Because there's like a little learning balance there.
There will be a learning curve.
they're the team that could have been in playoffs first split, and then next split they're going 8-0 the first 2 weeks or some shit like that.
Dude, yeah, I see potential there for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, there's definitely potential, but people are like, oh, Hooney played for SKT. Yeah, he played for the best team, one of the best teams in the world, where he was forced to listen. Every time he comes to NA, he doesn't listen to or do anything to help his team.
And he still had problems at SKT. He was like, dude, no.
Yeah, he didn't even play every game.
Well, and then not only that, but you give a player like that, and then you give him $2 million. Like, who's talking?
They gave him a lot of power with
he's not gonna be able to.
Or without,
yeah, dude,
and the team.
It's insane.
I was gonna say this yesterday on a news video, but Fun Plus Phoenix is also paying Colin $2.3 million.
But that seems a lot more reasonable.
Yeah, but Khan's a monster. Khan's a monster.
I mean, the fact that Khan and Mooney basically get paid the same amount is kind of insane.
Money don't mean shit in the scene. If Khan and Hooney makes the same amount, I don't know what money is.
Insane.
I mean, that's just bad business by Dignitas because
you have to factor in if you go into a job interview or whatever he's got, right? So you factor in his longevity, how many titles he's won, factors into that amount of money. But it was said through all the sources that I talked to was that he did this without an agent. So what type of Korean is he fucking speaking to these people?
Dude, he's got a mouthpiece, dude.
I want to know who is in charge of that front office with Dignitas.
Dude, I was so blown away because I thought it was the same guy, and apparently the guy left. The guy that came around and turned Clutch around left and went to EG.
Yeah.
And now EG popped off, made all the right moves. And then whoever the fuck took over Dignitas. Now they cleaned it up at the end because at first I was like, "Oh my god, this is."
They wound up putting together a pretty decent team, but they 100% overpaid for Hooney.
So why don't we do it like this? Why don't we go through the list and touch base of where every team grew and where we think they got weaker? I mean, I think that would be really good content for what we're doing.
Cloud9, we did TSM. We didn't
even talk about half of TSM though. Like what is Dardoch going to bring to TSM?
Dude, yeah, we can go back to TSM. I'm down to go back to TSM because I'm excited.
Before we talk about TSM, they actually didn't really want to choose Dardoch. They wanted Xmithy, but Xmithy chose to go back to Immortals.
Well, because I heard Immortals threw a 7-figure contract at him as well.
That's not even worth it. Well, hold on. Do you guys think Xmithy is overrated? Because I asked it to the last podcast.
Okay.
Do you guys think Xmithy is overrated?
No. Dude,
I think he's underrated.
They all said yes. You guys said no. Okay, so why, in your opinions, do you think Xmithy is not overrated?
because he is probably the most consistent player in all of NA, besides maybe Double.
Okay.
He is very, very consistent. And whenever I'm thinking about League and I'm thinking about a jungler for like, especially a jungler, I need consistency, because if you go out and you're not going to give me consistency at such an important role, then you're not really going to help my team out in the long term. And I really believe that Xmithie was a very big reason why Team Liquid went 4P. So
No, 100%.
I would have to agree. I mean, Xmithie, he might not be the most aggressive early game, right? He might not do the most, but he will always be where he needs to be, and he'll get it
done. Dude,
remember?
Oh yeah, go Don. You go Don.
Do you remember the game where Xmithie was playing with Kindred, and he was stomped? He was like level 3. And the other jungler was level 6.
What game was that? Yeah. They like invaded him or something. It was like the worst start ever. Yeah, I remember that. What was that against CSM? I think it was against CSM.
TSM, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And he came back. Yeah.
He came back. Oh my god, it was so awesome,
dude. That's what I was gonna say. Like as a jungler, that role is to make everyone better, right? To make the lanes better. And I think he does that the best. Now, is he a Dardoch, like as in he's gonna go carry the game? Not necessarily. Is he mechanically gifted like a Dardoch or whoever, a Broxah coming in? No, but he makes every lane better. He does the shit that no one really fucking sees, right? No one gives credit for.
Where to be. He knows who
every
to play
time,
for.
dude. Yeah, depending on the matchup, where he needs to be, he's gonna be there. One of the greatest jungler of LCS of all time, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
and he has the championships to prove it. So I thought that was super crazy for TL. I feel like every team coming in, like when people are going to say, "Oh, it's going to be shaky for them," every team I think is going to go through that, including TL, because now they have a Broxah instead of Xmithie, who is a very, very, very large piece.
I think that's
and now with the new dragons.
Oh, the new dragons and I can't see, guys. I can't see shit playing League, dude. I don't know, bro. The map goes and I can't see a guy. I'm a jungler. I don't know. I'm so scared, bro. Especially when it's the fire dragon thing. I don't know. I turn my brightness up, dude. It is. I don't know about I love the game. I love the idea, but bro. I can't see shit.
Mediocre junglers will be exposed.
No, you're right. I think so. 100%.
That is true.
Dude.
They will, especially with all the XP differences now. You will have some games where it's just like, wow.
So who's all?
I have a question.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead, Don.
Let me ask you this. They are going to do that. The dragons they show the dragons before the game. The order of the dragons. Are they going to do that?
I hope not, because you can pick around that. Because like Mountain Drag, like if Mountain.
That's the idea.
Dude, I play Poppy Jungle a lot, and if it's the mountain map, dude, I'm just stunning people all the fuck over. Or if it's the ocean one, you have Rengar, dude. There's grass fucking everywhere. Rengar's jumping onto your Nexus.
The ocean one helps out Kiana a lot also.
Yeah,
Kiana is very, very good with the ocean jungle.
Oh yeah, because you can't see the bitch, and it's insane.
And there's water everywhere.
So what I thought about this split with the new dragons is it'll finally show who's the smarter jungler, because the other splits didn't show
Xmithie, dude. Fucking Xmithie, bro. Yeah, fucking Xmithie, dude.
That guy was getting told by Kane he's about to be 9th place. Why did my boy Dardoch clap that fool so hard?
No, bro.
Oh man!
No. Hey, don't get me wrong. Xmithie, I have Immortals at 9, but I definitely don't think Xmithie's going to be the problem with that team.
But the problem with this team is that the synergy on Immortals is going to look all whack. Like I don't think he'll be the problem with Soaz. Like they're the reasons why I won't think they'll be 9th. But Hakuho, Alltech, I've seen Ica. I watched EU. I know who Ica is. This guy's garbage.
I just don't Alltech. Like I'd rather, dude. I've always liked Apollo over Alltech. I don't fucking get what the big deal is about Alltech. Is he back already? Is he really back? I didn't even know
he's back
on Immortals.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, that guy is still employed. It's still employed.
Bro, I think, dude, I love Apollo. I mean, he's not good by any means. He's definitely better.
Apollo
He's
is,
definitely better than fucking
he's
Alltech.
Sneaky? No, I'm just kidding.
The people
No,
that say
Sneaky's a
I'm just
beast.
kidding.
see the same people that say that people like Xmithy are overrated are people that think like tops like Soaz or Dyrus even back in the day are overrated or they were garbage because they didn't put up the numbers. If you go back and watch any of those games, like they stayed consistent in CS and they were relevant the entire game no matter
Oh,
what.
and fucking Dyrus and Soaz were getting ganked like no other. Dude, Dyrus was getting ganked. It was also sometimes his fault though, because he didn't play. Sometimes he didn't play the lane. The wave right. He'd be pushed up. I'm like, bro, you're about to die three times.
I only
5
ever
minutes.
chalk that up to like synergy issues because they did say they had internal problems. So I'd imagine Santorin and Dyrus just didn't get along. There's no way that you ganked for your top laner. We went to an LCS game during that year. He ganked for one time throughout the entire
Well, dude, that
game.
was during. You gotta think that was during like Bjergsen's super prime, and they were, dude. It was literally team solo mid. Like it was, dude. No one else gave a fuck about
Remember that
anything
video,
else. It
though?
was like Bjergsen is the golden lane.
Remember that video though? Like right after it was like right after they got first place, where they guaranteed themselves the bye for the playoffs. Where Cloud9, they were playing Cloud9. They ended up winning, but Dyrus was playing like Lulu top and got dumpstered the entire game. And all I remember from that interview is Dyrus going, "I would just like the opportunity to play League of Legends."
Yeah, I love that's the greatest. Dude, that's the greatest quote ever because it's just I felt him. I was like, dude, this dude he should be playing Madden or something because he's definitely not playing League.
I could already tell Santorin did not like playing with Dyrus. You can tell like that's like Loco Doco will say, "Oh no, we didn't have synergy problems. We were okay." Yeah, your jungler literally sacked top lane for an entire year.
Oh yeah,
that was another example of looking good in spring and not looking good in summer. There was that one Worlds game. Santorin did like 600 damage the entire game.
Right? The Gragas game against
It was so bad.
Bro, Santorin, let's talk, man. That is a fucking mechanically and just mentally, man. He's
FlyQuest.
He is insane.
So are
bro.
we gonna move on to FlyQuest?
We're gonna move FlyQuest? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's go. Oh, dude, FlyQuest. Let's talk FlyQuest.
Santorin is actually overrated. He plays
What?
the exact same every year.
Bro, he's a beast to me, bro. I think he's a beast.
He barely ganks, only ganks mid, and sometimes go bot if it needs to be happen. He can barely play carry junglers. He's the definition of overrated. He plays the exact same. He's never changed. No one really wants to call him out on it.
Well, wait, I want to say, Nidalee hasn't been in meta. She's starting to come back. I think if he does carry, he's a nasty Nidalee player. I feel like, okay, this is how I judge junglers. I always look at their Lee Sins, right? His Lee Sin is not that good, right?
Oh, shit.
But
All right.
but besides that, dude, he plays tank. He does farm a lot. Like, dude, the worst split ever. Who was he at? What was he? He was on H2K, and they just kicked him off because he just never ganked right. He was just sitting around, and then he came to FlyQuest, and he started popping off a little bit.
I feel like Santorin.
But then last split though, he kind of had his same issues of he wouldn't ever gank.
Yeah, like his issues is he'll go from Santorin to TSM Santorin.
I know he just turns into a war. No, I think with this team. Wait, who's the mid lane? They got Power Evil.
Yep.
Holy shit! You got Ignar, bro. Ignar, dude. Ignar is ridiculous, man. He's gonna be roaming as well.
So let me ask you this then: do you have this team making the playoffs?
Fuck yes, I think so.
Over who?
Okay.
All right, so I think they're over. I think it's them and Dignitas are two sleepers for me. I think if they're both playing their best, I think they can definitely compete with a team like CLG for sure, like 100%.
So you think they're like 5th, 6th, and 7th? Is that what you're saying?
5th, I think FlyQuest will be right there in the middle. 5th, I think maybe even 5th for sure. I think.
I want to see
think about
Wild Toro with Ignar. I really want to see that.
Think how crazy they're gonna pop off, dude. That's like boomer bust.
Ignar went from upset, which is like Scarlett Johansson, to fucking Precious. How?
I mean, like, let's take it back for a second though. Like, let's look at Wild Turtle's career, right?
Okay.
I mean, he's still one of the best mids that NA's ever produced.
80.
80, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what?
Whoa.
Sorry, I had a brain fart for a minute.
I heard he likes to play mid.
His problem is he plays way too aggressive. Like He
It's
should
always
have
been the
played
case.
support way back in the day.
Dude,
He would
I
have
heard
been the perfect support player.
But I think Ignar's gonna actually really help him with that because Ignar likes to play aggressive as well. I think
Ignar
they're
is-
literally they're
I agree.
either
That's
going
what I
to
wanna
win or they're going to lose by their aggressiveness. Like that.
No, yeah, no,
that is how the team is going to work.
they're not
But
going
if
10 and
they
0.
pop off, it's going to be scary.
Yeah,
Mm.
sure. They'll
Well,
be
they
able
can-
to snowball definitely through bottom lane. That's right.
Definitely, and I think Ignar likes to roam. Like he plays a lot of those hook champs. Goes in, double ganks for Centurion and Ignar going to the mid lane. Power Evil was playing ridiculous with CLG, right? Especially when CLG was super bad with what's his name, Zion. What did he? Darshan?
Zion Spartan?
Yeah. So when they had him, did you see how Power Evil, how good he was playing? Though, like he was pretty much
Yeah, he was playing well.
really freaking good. So bring him in the mid lane. You have Ignar, that experience, who's a freaking beast. And then Santorin, I feel like
if he plays the Santorin we saw in spring or TSM Santorin,
yeah, that's the thing. I think that's a make or break, and I think he's gonna play pretty good.
Like Ignar and Power Evil know how to play together. It's just like going from like a hot girl to this like girl. I
know Upset is ridiculous. I wanted Upset at TSM really bad.
Nah, man,
really
you guys
bad.
have too many EU players on your team.
That's true. I know, but I wanted, if we were going Kaba, I was like, dude, I want Upset, but Kaba's good too. But and Viper, what do y'all think truly about Viper?
Top 6.
I'm gonna need to see him play this split, and if he doesn't pick it up this split, then I think it's a bust.
Yeah, it's kind of like a little one trick. I mean, I don't want to give that to him too early, but
that's how he got the challenger.
Yeah, he's like
honestly though, he is like him and Broken Blade to me are kind of in the same boat of I need to see them both have more consistency than because they both have had their first split was good, their second split was really underwhelming.
Really underwhelming.
This third split is really going to be, a
I think you still have to factor in with Broken Blade though. Like I think like the mechanics and everything were still there.
They're all there.
A lot of his was just. I mean, like it's the same thing with Bjergsen. Bjergsen didn't look that great in summer. Yes, he was the best player on a not great looking team. But with the jungle problems, the jungle is very important to the solo laners. And
thank you, man. Thank you. So, like, if you want to go back to that TSM and looking at Broken Blade as a player,
FlyQuest, bro, we gotta wait.
Oh no, yeah. Let's go to FlyQuest. My bad. We're skipping.
Whoa,
so
fanboy.
So I know, because I want to talk about the Broken Blade. I want to talk about the Broken Blade. You know what I'm saying?
Your ass is out of here.
Let me tell you, dude. We're. I don't think they're gonna lose a game in spring. But anyways, no. But look,
FlyQuest don't have their
Viper
coach either. This with Invert. They
yeah.
have a new guy. So I mean, like people want to tell me that fucking Viper is better than Licorice and Broken Blade is better than Licorice.
Not a chance.
Not even
nah.
You
not
are
even
smoking that crap.
No.
You believe
yeah. No way.
Licorice is his. Yeah. No. Let's just keep on Viper. But Licorice is one of the most valuable players in LCS.
So I do
We'll touch
not
that topic
have
when we get to
FlyQuest making playoffs in my preseason rankings. Maybe they'll change my mind after I see them play a little bit. But
wait, say that again. You said they're not making.
I said yes. I do not have them making playoffs in my preseason rankings. But if I see them play and they have potential, then they can easily move up.
I agree.
Oh, well, like I was just looking at, dude, Power Evil.
What's up, Don?
I was going to say that FlyQuest is number 7 in my ranking.
I agree. Whoa, 3. Yeah.
Oh,
FlyQuest is actually number 8 in mine.
Holy
way down there. Y'all got them way down there.
I have them behind, right behind CLG. Actually, I don't have CLG making playoffs.
CLG. We need to go there next because they.
Oh my god.
I think fundamentally FlyQuest FlyQuest is the same team. They do really well for like 6 weeks and then they crash and burn. The same split. Crash and burn. It's the same thing with them. So why am I supposed to believe anything different this year?
No, I think
well, in that case, then you got to say they're going to do good in spring because they always do good in spring and shit.
Yeah. So like, what's the difference? Well, I mean, good for them is like paying
is
half
like
$500,000
making playoffs in sixth place. Like that is good for them.
I think Power Evil. I think Power Evil and Gnar pushes them into that 6th and 5th spot. That's where I'm thinking. So I'm thinking like, yeah, they're obviously what you guys are saying. They're gonna do similar things as they've always done. But I think Power Evil and Gnar, seeing what they did, especially in Worlds against SKT, different things like that, those two bringing their experience into the game, I think just elevates that team to 6th or 5th.
I need to see them do it.
Yeah, we gotta see them do it, of course.
I gotta see them do it.
100%.
That's my problem. Is I just don't have confidence in them.
Yeah, no, true. Because how many times we've gotten excited for them, and then they went into a TL and just got fucking trashed.
Never trusted them. This is the same thing. I've seen it since 2017. This is what they do. Good spring, bad summer. Good spring. I've seen this every single.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Like
they definitely have answers. They definitely have things.
Just like when TSM said they're gonna get out of groups. Hey, sometimes people love.
Oh, wait, hold up, dude, hold up on that shit.
You got to remember,
it's true.
we're in a call with a bunch of fanboys here. So.
Hey, dude.
I'm a minority here. I'm black. I'm a minority here. So
Me too.
Bread and water. Black people can't swim.
That is true.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Oh my god.
No, hey, I can say that. My aunt's black.
My aunt's black. like I can say that. My PlayStation controller's black. It's all good. But
hey, my computer's black. Does that count?
No. Are you on the CLG?
CLG. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Are they overrated?
No,
dude, I don't like their top laner. Ruin,
yes,
I don't fucking.
They are overrated. Yes,
I do not like Ruin.
Overrated team in the offseason, in my own personal opinion.
Yeah,
it's just Crown.
CLG is top 4 for me. They are top 4.
They're top 4.
They're top 4.
Yeah,
I
believe.
I have them at 6.
I believe in Crown. I believe in Stixxay, and I believe in a Smoothie. I believe in Crown, Stixxay, and a Smoothie.
I think
they will.
Oh wait. I think.
CLG's hard.
No, let me tell you. I think.
No. It's easy. Top 4. It's easy.
I look at CLG like this, right? Because if you listen to any of the pros talk about Ruin, in scrims, it's super good, right? And in scrims, they're probably not communicating as much as they should. They troll a little bit, from what I hear. But now that they got the new mid laner, I think it's gonna, he's gonna start popping off.
Well, the problem with scrims is it's not about like they communicate. From what I hear, it's pretty intense. It's just that people try plays they wouldn't try on stage, and so that's what makes the difference between scrims and stage, because some people will go for a play or go for a trade or go for a 1-on-1 that they might not make the LCS stage, and they damn sure wouldn't make at the world stage. So that's where scrims kind of gets gray area of who does good in scrims and who doesn't. But the thing with Ruin is he's so boom or bust. He'll pop off or go 1-6 with down CS.
See, my problem is you're saying that about Ruin, but they have 2 players like that, and the other one's in the jungle, and that's a very important role.
Oh, you're right. You're right. And Wiggly can look like, at times Wiggly, I was like, who the fuck is this kid? This dude's popping off. And then other times, there was one Rek'Sai game, like, I guess when he was underground, he literally couldn't see. He was just running in, bro. He's running into everyone. I was like, dude, you are fucking retarded.
His problem is going to be the same thing Leos had with Crown. If you can't speak to your mid laner consecutively,
yes,
it's so hard.
It makes it damn near impossible.
Yeah. So hard. Like, why would you would get if you have a mid laner Korean, I would just go spend the money to get a Korean jungler, even though they're so fucking expensive. You'd have to go probably budget like a low tier would, but they have to, bro. They have to communicate.
Jennera is out of the LCK. Just buy Jennera's jungler.
Dude, they have to be able to.
Don't actually do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
No, but you
don't buy anything from Jennera. Otherwise, you're gonna get this out of the LCK.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
On paper, CLG looks like a 3rd, 4th place team.
Oh, they look ridiculous.
Yeah, I would say at least top 5 if they can't crack 4.
All right, well, this is
on individual skill alone, right? I mean, any of their players can carry, but they can also all look like shit.
I think.
Yeah,
All right,
and I'm
so-
betting that they look like shit.
Yeah. Because so 6A's on his third support, right? Let's talk about Smoothie. So Smoothie, I just watched Smoothie for what, like a whole year now. Mechanically, not all that. He's very, very vocal, right? Very solid player. But a lot of times he's speaking. They talked about this in the in TSM's content where homeboy's just yelling out shit that he doesn't even yell out in scrims, right? He's just he's in the mic way too much, giving extra information like, hey, I'm in the grass and the grass moved. And Briggson's like, what? And so it's like, I feel like I really want to see, I think 6A is a staple point for CLG. He's always been pretty consistent. Sometimes a slow start, but by the end of the split, he's still putting up damage. I think Smoothie and 6A really, 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 really have to work for this team to be a solid third or fourth place. I really think so. Because Crown's on a fucking dominant. Man, Crown's a beast with pressure or not. I think Ruin is so fucking. It's like a coin flip, right? But I feel like if 6A and Smoothie are solid, I think this team will be solid.
And that's the thing too. They're saying though that Biofrost was like the shot caller, right? So
That's what
maybe
they're saying,
somebody
yeah.
coming in like Smoothie, who's going to be extra vocal, is what CLG needs to push him over
What
the
needs
edge.
to be. You might be right, yeah. But didn't they lose their coach? Like what happened?
No,
with their
no, they still have Weldon.
Yeah. They
Oh,
just
okay.
got Weldon.
The Weldon, but there's a
Yeah,
second
the other one. They.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Weldon's success. Who the fuck cares about any other coach?
That's true. Like, because he brings like the psychology of stuff.
Right, you got TSM back on track a while back. You got G2 where they are, and now look, CLG had a pretty stellar
hella good split for CLG. I was super surprised how they turned around.
For CLG, I don't really know. It's hard to say because does Crown get them that extra step to Worlds though?
I don't think so.
I think
individually, Crown is arguably will be one of the top 3 best mids in NA.
Oh yeah,
team play, maybe not because I mean there's a communication gap.
But the problem is he had that same thing with Optic, and they couldn't do anything.
Players like Dokla and Big.
Oh, he had to carry them like a mother.
Okay,
that's true. They did have
let's talk hypothetical
that
for a
is true.
second. Say we swapped Crown and Froggen, right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Not only will Crown shine more because he can communicate with Huni, but I think Froggen's better than Crown.
I wouldn't. That's a good argument. I think Froggen would work for CLG better than Crown will just because of language.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
That would have been a good move.
Swap the mid laners. They just pair up better on
either team. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Crown on FlyQuest would have been amazing, actually.
All right, guys. I got time for about one more team. So, who do y'all want to pick?
Who do you want to go with? You want to go with Cloud9?
Either Cloud9 or EG or
let's go to Cloud9, dude. Let's do this. You know, this guy's confident a bit.
Let's talk about this Cloud 8 team. Look at this team. This team's fucking good.
Let's talk about the first NA org to win Worlds whenever NA does it.
Let's talk
Nobody
about
plays
them, dude.
League anymore, and they're the only
right.
Oh shit! He waited for that all my videos. He's like, I'm gonna get it in right now to him.
Let's talk about this organization. All right.
I like Blabber with the now that we have.
I'm not sold on Blabber.
No. Now that we have 2 heralds, I like Blabber.
I feel that. Okay.
I love this.
I like it.
But
remember now you have 2 Rift Herald, and now Blabber and Licorice they have good synergy in the top side of the map.
Big time. I agree.
So you're basically saying they're gonna smurf on all of NALCS because NA is trash.
So I think a lot of it really depends on how is Blabber going to handle an entire split as the
whole workload, exactly.
As the guy. And
that's what I want to know.
One or two things are going to happen. He's either going to pop off and look really, really good, or he's going to disappoint people. Because, a lot of people have really high expectations for him. They think he's going to be really good. But and he has definitely has the potential, has the mechanics. He makes some kind of questionable plays at times, but being the guy on one of the most storied franchises in LCS history.
Yep, one of the biggest fan bases.
I want to see how he handles it, and if he handles it well and he does well, then C9 could. I mean, they have a great team. I think the Vulcan pickup was a great pickup. I watched him a lot last year with Clutch.
All right, so one thing I want to ask you
really
guys,
good.
because as you guys know, I took a lot of scrutiny from the Sneaky videos. What do you honestly think of Sneaky? No fans. No,
we talked about it. He's the most successful international ADC.
No, not that. I meant like the Cloud9 kicking him.
Oh, I think it was due time. It sucks how it happened.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say it, yeah.
It was due
I've
time.
never been a Cloud9 fan, but I think how they handled that whole situation, just from an outside perspective, was awful. Right? For Jack to just tweet, "Oh, Sneaky didn't want me to say this, but the fans want to know." Like, who the fuck cares what the fans want to know, dude? This guy's played for you since day one.
Oh yeah, I mean, they look at each other. I've heard they had like a father-son type relationship almost. They've been together for so long. What it sounded like it just happened was Licorice was like, "Dude, I'm popping off. Bot lane's fucking feeding. I want something new," and that's the harsh reality of gaming, or even in any type of sport.
Yeah, in any type of sport, exactly.
In any type of sport. I mean, if LeBron's in Cleveland, right, and all of his team sucks, yeah, and he's working his ass off, putting up numbers like no one else is, but he's not getting the achievements that he deserves. Obviously, there needs to be switches, and that's what Nipsey and probably Licorice was like, dude. Like, Licorice was popping off at Worlds. He was playing very, very well against some of the best fucking talent. And, the rest of the team... Because, to me, it's all a team sport as well. But it's like, dude, Sneaky has several times... And I hate the meme Sneaky and Lane, this and that, but it's like, honestly, there are some times where it's like, damn, dude. But he's also so good in other parts of the map. But it's like, sometimes a little too late.
I think that Cloud9 is, from my perspective, I've been watching them since 2014. They've never tried anybody else out beside him, really. Like, okay, you can kind of count Keith, you can kind of count Deftly, but like, I want to see everybody else gets always switched out except Sneaky. Why doesn't he ever get switched out? Like, why? It
was just fan base, dude. It's just fan base.
Fuck that, LeBron.
I know.
Nobody's ever consistently stayed on one team forever, besides maybe a few examples: Bjergsen, Faker, Uzi, Rex.
Yeah.
Like that, right? You have to eventually. He had to leave anyway.
Yeah.
It's really hard to say. I'm just glad it happened now rather than later. We're gonna bitch and moan about it anyway. But I think it's not more or less so Sneaky leaving. It's about who they traded him for.
Yes.
You are kind of getting, because like at the moment it is a downgrade, but could be an upgrade in the future.
I'd say it's a side grade.
Yeah, I would say it's not an upgrade. It could possibly be a downgrade. It's just kind of a side grade at this point. And I feel like that's the problem with a lot of people. It's like, if you're just gonna get a side grade, why not just keep Sneaky?
Why don't you just keep him? Well, I think that's what they wanted to do, but the other big issue that I had, I mean, I played different sports, so I've know, especially collegiately, so I love like the competitive atmosphere.
Same here. Yep.
And what I hate is that Sneaky was given the opportunity to stay and fight for his position, and he just cowered down, saying
not to.
I hated that. And it's like, dude, this dude's coming in. That speaks to his character. It speaks of like integrity, not just. It just speaks on the fact that, hey man, when things are getting tough, I can just go do cosplay and fucking stream. Then it's like, no, dude, I beat Sven. I fucking beat him in playoffs. I'll beat him out right now for my spot. Like, bring him over here. That's how I felt about the situation.
I think you got to look at it from both perspectives. Like, you're talking about, being competitive and that in that atmosphere, right? But part of being competitive and part of a team is wanting your team behind you. At the point where you don't feel like your team behind you, what motivation do you have to want to fight for anything?
That's true. If their whole team is turning your back on you, and that's very true.
That's the part is really hard to judge because we're not in their org. So
exactly.
So that first video Sneaky made, where you guys saw that video I made, he talked about they don't want to play with me. But remember, he talked before anybody else could say anything. That's like, all right, your girlfriend blasting your ass on Facebook saying, you know, you beat her up, you cheat on her, blah blah blah. Before you have a chance to say anything about anything.
Everyone just jumped on that
sides to a story.
And then
Always.
by the time you come out, you post, you're like, I didn't beat my girlfriend. I didn't cheat on her. You know what I mean? I was a good boyfriend. Nobody believes you because he came out first and said it. He knew, I love the guy. I've talked to him. I've spoken to him. He knew him saying anything first means people would have went to his side first. He knew that.
I mean, in some sense, I agree with you, but in some other sense, let's be honest, a fanboy's a fanboy. Sneaky could have been like, look, I shit on their lawn and told them I wasn't going to play unless they did what I told them to do, and his fans are going to stick up for him.
Oh, his fans are ridiculous. But, I mean, it's warranted. He's an awesome guy, awesome character. But yeah, go on.
So whenever he chose, or whenever he said they gave me the option to fight for my spot, but I didn't want to do it, that to me, from my perspective, it means he lacks confidence. I don't like if he truly thought he was better and was going to win that spot, he would have went for it. I don't see any reason why he wouldn't. And he can sit there and say, "Oh, my teammates didn't want to play with me." If you're better than the guy they're bringing in, I guarantee you they're gonna want to play with you.
Like, definitely.
Also, if he's better than it's the person coming in, why not prove it to them? Like, at least
that too. Exactly.
In that same sense, though, I mean, who decides what makes you better, right?
Yeah.
Because Sven went in there, he got along good with everybody. The games were super chill. They were still doing just as good, right? But maybe Sneaky had better numbers. Does that mean Sneaky gets the spot? Probably not.
Winning and losing.
Winning is the big thing, dude. Winning and losing.
That's literally
consistently.
If you put Sneaky in and you're winning, you're not going to put Sven in. It's just that simple. Winning cures everything.
So this is what I was chalking it up to. So when Licorice was talking in his part, he said, they came up and asked me. They. So who was they? Reaper, Rapper Star, Rainover, and possibly Jack. You know, so they would
probably all of them, to be honest.
Probably all of them.
So,
probably all.
So he's saying they. That means that everybody else around the team was looking at how he's performing, not just one person. Because he said they didn't want to play with me, so he's putting blame on players. When Licorice said, because why would he lie? They implies coaching staff. They implies owner. What if Reaper, look at it from Reaper's perspective? He always has to draft a weaker side lane ADC for Sneaky. He gave him Heimerdinger. You don't give your good ADCs Heimerdinger. What the? He's not yarning some trash. Like. People to understand.
Heimerdinger's legit.
I fucking hate playing against that champion, bro. I hate that champion. I know, I hate that champion.
Look at it from the owner's perspective. You see a guy underperforming, so I go to my job tomorrow. I just start fucking shitting around. So should I just be allowed to stay at my job? No, that's not right, and he shouldn't get that extra privilege because he's been there longer. That's not how life works. You don't get favored for this shit. Like,
and here's the other thing, especially with like going off of your point, is with an owner and GM or however you create the team, you're creating a team, and this goes with really any sports, around a certain player or players, right? And Licorice is a guy now. So of course you're going to go to him, and if Licorice is in there saying, listen, I would rather play with this guy since I'm the guy that you're going to be keeping around for a long period of time. I'm your franchise guy. I'm your face now. This is how I would like the team around me to be built, and we're going to go win you a championship.
Yeah, that's exactly
how you build a team.
Also, guys, he's not saying Licorice said that because I know some people are gonna go crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, no. I'm not saying he said that at all.
Yeah, but I'm sure things were said.
There, but I just want to make sure that's out there because people are gonna take like shit up their ass.
Yeah. No.
But like,
no, that's a great point.
I'm just saying, it's within the realm of possibilities. It's how a lot of different teams build their teams. I mean, look at LeBron James. You build your team around LeBron James. You build your team around James Harden. You build your team around these star players. Look at Messi. I mean, I can go through any sport.
Yeah.
And all the great teams have a core. Tom Brady, with the Patriot.
The Eagles do.
I could literally just go on forever.
Yeah.
But the thing is that, like, look at Cloud9's perspective from a fan's perspective at Worlds. You're at Worlds, you always do well, and then you look at the team just performing so badly. So, like, why would you go back, run back the same shit, knowing it failed? The best teams in League of Legends always switch up. Fnatic has always switched up. IG's always switched. Fun plus Phoenix made one change in one Worlds. G2, they went from trash like Yarnan and Wadid to going to Worlds Finals and winning MSI. Why can't Cloud9 switch up players? Like, why?
They have to, and that's what they had to go to. And I think the Sneaky, being who Sneaky was, made the decision so hard, but they finally did it. And I think, like I said, I think Sven's gonna absolutely pop off with
SKT.
like Vulcan. It's gonna be insane, dude. Like, I honestly think that, and it was just time, dude. That's one of the OG players, right? It's Sneaky, Afromoo, and what, Doublelift. No, I think Doublelift hasn't even been as long.
Doublelift, Xmithie.
Xmithie, yeah, those four have been around
Xmithie's
forever. And out of all of them, you know, Sneaky and Afromoo are the ones that are, you know, kind of at that end of that spectrum. I think Afromoo, like one of you guys said, this is the biggest year for him.
This is the absolute biggest year for him.
Yeah. And so, and for Sneaky, I felt maybe that was his last year there. That was his year where he really needed to pop off, and he didn't. And so maybe he'll get picked up in the summer or whatever he's doing now. I think he's just streaming for Cloud9. But I think absolutely that was the decision.
He doesn't really like what they did to him, yet he's streaming under their name and shit.
Dude, I would get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of there, Sneaky. That's what I would do.
Well, if he was that upset and if it was that bad of a fallout, he wouldn't be doing that. He wouldn't be streaming under their name or have their
stream.
It seems
it shows merch.
It shows all of it. Yes.
It seems so weird, bro. Everything seems so weird about that. Like, I'm just like, what?
People are saying, nah, it's not my C9. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, Cloud9 really has to worry about Golden Guardians with their little fucking key support. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. When Cloud9 is in the finals facing TSM, people are gonna be dick riding Cloud9. Like, people are fake as hell. That's just how it works.
That is, dude. Like, I hate all these new Team Liquid fans. God damn, I want to slap the shit out of all of them. But anyways,
John, you gotta head up. You can just talk, bro. I'm pretty sure, right?
Don? Do I look
Yes. I have half brain right now. It's
no, you're
good. You're good, dude. I just love me some EU girls. You know me, man. I'm always.
I love you.
Bro, I love me some Shocks. If Shocks got on top of me, oh my bro, I don't know what.
Oh, dude, I love Shocks. Dude, the stuff with Shocks crying and stuff over her EU teams, that shit.
At least she cries behind screens, and Reckless cries like a bitch.
Reckless, Reckless. That's another, I think, a little bit overrated play.
Little crybaby little motherfucker.
That's a different subject for a different day.
Good, dude. He might.
He's solid. I think he's, man, I just don't think, like, okay, if you had Reckless or Doublelift, who do you pick? Because I picked Doublelift.
I'm taking Reckless.
I'm taking Doublelift.
Oh, that's a tough one, man.
I'm taking Doublelift.
That's really tough.
They're
probably
both
taking
so
Doublelift,
good.
but that's tough.
Reckless gets out of groups, man. Reckless gets out of groups, man.
Well, he's got Whippo on his team, bro.
Whippo.
All right, so to finish up, or I don't know about finishing up, but I don't think we really need to talk about Licorice too much, right? I mean, he's arguably
Licorice is the franchise player. He's the best one on the team, and he's the one that they really want to build the team around.
Look, I don't know yet. Okay, he's very solid, but I'm still a little questioned. I want to see what he's like with the new Blabber, and that's been camping around there the whole time.
Well, kind of like you were saying earlier, it's not like a super big difference between what he's used to with Svenskeren.
Oh, you're right.
They're still both aggressive and like to visit the mid lane. So I don't think it will be too much of a difference.
You're right.
Whiskey, but I am curious to see how he plays with Blabber rather than Svenskeren
for the full time.
I don't see Blabber as being any better than. I mean, not any worse. Don't take this out of context. I don't see him being any better than, say, what the fuck? I'm trying
Sven.
No, I'm not comparing him to Sven. Santorin, right? He's gonna pop off or he's not.
I don't know, because the thing with Santorin though is Santorin, like whenever he doesn't pop off, it's because he just kind of sits on his hands and acts like he doesn't know what he wants to do. But like Blabber, he's gonna go for it. Blabber,
100%.
It's the right player or not, he's gonna go for it. And so he's at least gonna go down trying.
Yeah, he's gonna get you. He's gonna get you a kill, or he's gonna be 0-3. But he's gonna do either or. He's gonna do something. I like the kid for sure, and I feel like I think that's just an interesting move, because
he has a lot of potential.
Definitely. Now, Licorice, I put as one of the top, not just top laners, right? I mean, the most expensive players is a Bjergsen because he's NA resident. Doublelift, Licorice. Those are the three that I'm like. Those are like the core. Like you can't get more core in NA.
Like that's your all-pro team.
Yeah, it's ridiculous because it's just so much value. They're NA residents, and they're top 1 or 2 in their role. I think they're all ones actually, but you can argue 1 or 2, right?
I would argue Licorice is 1. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's insane to do to bees.
I had people in my ear telling me Licorice sucked this year, and I was like, "What?"
Dude, he had.
They're literally trolling.
They're just dumb. He had wrist problems for one.
He had wrist problems,
right?
Still popping off. Like what?
Yeah, like
they got
he's
so used to watching Whipple games that they thought Licorice was garbage.
well, here, this, and I really hope I'm not about to eat my words here because I do think Cuomo is good. And that should tell you something. If they're not going to start Cuomo and they're going to let him go to EG, Licorice is very, very good.
It's a monster.
And they plan on keeping him because whenever Cuomo played, it's not like he played bad. He played very well. There's a reason he's on what I think is going to be a very solid team.
Oh, EG. We need to talk about that one day.
Well, I got to go, guys. Yeah. That's the only thing. It's getting kind of late for me. I still got to eat dinner, but this was a really fun podcast. I had a great time. I'm definitely looking forward to do it again.
Oh yeah, gotta figure out who my mains are. Who's gonna be my main bitch? I'm just kidding.
That's one.
Exactly. No, yeah, I'm definitely down to do it again. When was the usual setup? Like usually,
I was
on today
for Thursday 7:30 Pacific time. I mean, even if he goes, we can still finish if you guys are still gonna be.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Are you guys good? You guys got a bedtime? You guys got a bedtime?
No, I could go for like another 15-20 minutes. I have to do a little bit back on these charts, man. Some trading things, but.
Oh my god,
I gotta work in the morning, but I only need like 3 hours of sleep to function. To be honest. So.
Oh god.
Same here.
I need at least 6, bro, or I can't spell my name.
If I sleep for 6 hours, dude, I feel like I wasted half my life.
Well, hey guys, again, I appreciate it. Whatnot, just let me know.
See you later, bro.
Yeah, dude,
All
you're
right, see y'all
awesome,
later.
See, Sean, one day me and you are gonna have to show him what an actual pair of boobs look like.
What?
Oh
Exactly.
God, I hate you both. Now you're stuck with the TSM fans.
TSL, baby.
God.
I'm a TSM fan, but I'm a realist.
No, I am, dude. Like I was delusional the first year. When we first sucked, I was delusional, and then the second year, I was just like hopeful,
Bro,
and then shit just kept going down the tank. I was like, God damn it!
Bro, it's the same TSM videos every year. Bjergsen's like, yeah, I want to do better. I've got a new team now. It's time to do good. We failed at Worlds. Well, I did my best.
Oh my god, dude! No, this last, yeah.
It's the same videos.
The thing about Bjergsen is he is actually putting the work in. Like if you listen to any of the pros, he's fucking insane, dude.
Dude, it's so inspiring, actually. Like I talked to him, I was like, dude, you need to write a book. Like, I actually, if you hear how other people, that's like when you really, understand character, man. When that many other people like Reckless want to come fly over and play with you, it's like, it's so, inspiring just to the fact that like everyone says the same thing, man. You go work with Bjergsen and you're working, man. You're working 24/7. Now, is that toxic at times? Because it seems like it is at the TSM culture. And I don't know if that's Reggie, Bjergsen, or Parth, or a conference, like, a combination of all of them. But I just love the fact that how hard he works all the time, dude. I just think it's just it's just inspiring.
We've got a Bjergsen poster, right? We don't need to worry about you. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
no, Bjergsen is legit. I mean, you can't. There's just no denying it, right? Consistently for years. Even at his worst is top 2.
Yeah, I mean that's what it like, dude. I don't like. All right, let's be honest. Jensen Beerson, I hate this guy, dude. I think Beerson blows Jensen away. Absolutely,
Jensen's garbage.
If you put Beerson on TL, goddamn,
See,
that's all
I
I'm gonna
don't.
say.
I don't think TL's that good. They're good looking in the worst region, right? Or sorry,
I think
the
you're.
worst main region.
Yeah, no. I honestly, and that's gonna come out this year. I don't know why they kicked X Smithy. I think they're gonna have some big trouble, especially spring.
Oh yeah, we never talked about TL.
We haven't talked about TL or EG, and we could do that.
Yeah.
I definitely want to do that when everyone's around too. But
TL is pretty easy to talk about though. It depends. Like,
super easy.
Is switching Broxa out enough to make them not win 2 splits in a row? That's pretty much what it is.
I think, man, it just depends because let's look at Broxa. Broxa has some games where he's just all over the place, right? His Lee Sin's ridiculous. He'll dive you, level 3, level 4, underneath your tower with a wave. Unbelievable. All over the map. And then there's other times I've seen him just absolutely just feed, just not anywhere. Some of his Gragas games, it's just awful. It's just
he likes to play to one side of the map, which I think is a problem because
heavily.
If you play to one side of the map, that essentially just means that you're camping, and if a jungler exploits him, then it's gonna be hard for him. But how will he
by counter gaking him? Yep.
How is he gonna fix that on TL though? I don't think that just magically changes on TL, not for a while at least.
Well, like what we were talking about earlier about EU and then comparing to NA, I do think NA's junglers are ridiculous. And so I think he's going to have, it's going to be just like over in EU. I don't think it's going to come down like people think this is such a worse region, which it is technically. But jungle-wise, I think we can look right eye to eye with EU, if not even be a little better. And so I think, man, going against Dardoch, or going against X Smithy, it's definitely going to be different for him, man. And it's a whole different atmosphere. I don't know, man. It was really questionable why they kicked X Smithy.
Well,
You also got to look at,
That's
but you
true.
also got to look at Fanatics culture, right? Like, what are you gonna? Where would you spend most of your time if you had an option? Like, yeah, granted, Whippo probably doesn't ever shut up. I don't know if you ever watch any interviews. The guy just loves the sound of his own voice.
He does. He's just smiling and shit, a little goofball.
Or listen to Reckless crying, and Reckless, like Sneaky in a sense, has that fan base, right?
Yeah.
So if
Oh
Reckless
my
says
god.
anything, your whole thing is just trash.
Oh yeah. No, and you're right, and that's self-made, dude. That dude is a huge pickup. I think that kid's fucking nasty, and he's new.
Broxah got so much bad flame on Fnatic because Fnatic were so linear, man. All they do is they drop the exact same every single year. Scaling bot lane, scaling top lane, early game aggressive mid and jungle. It's their exact game plan every single time. Now this time it's different. Because how is that style really going to benefit Broxah and make him look better? There are junglers that are told by coaches to camp a lane. So maybe Youngbook told Whippo, maybe Youngbook told Broxah, hey, Whippo's never going to shut the fuck up because he's actually retarded, and he actually he probably has Tourette's, so just go and visit top lane and maybe stop having his Tourette syndrome. I'm mean, I should go to hell.
I just imagine Whippo every time he's not on stage sitting in the bathroom trying to straighten his hair, dude.
Whippo is, but no, I think TL, of course, dude, no matter what, even if they play awful, they're top 3, just talent-wise. You got I would say the most solid bot lane. I do think TSM's going to be knocking on those doors, but we'll see. Jensen, oh my god.
I think Jensen performs better internationally, but Bjergsen performs better here.
And I still think Bjergsen, okay, the problem with Bjergsen, and I hadn't seen him internationally for a while. Oh, fuck. But I think the thing with Bjergsen is the easiest way to say is when it's internationally, he doesn't play to win, man. He plays not to lose. And in that turn, he just ends up losing, right? I hate when he's on Rise International. He just sits there, farms until the game's over. Then he tries to make a comeback. And now we're down 2 inhibs. And it's 35 minutes and the game's pretty much done. They get a bear and the game's over.
But that could also be like he's just getting. It's just like what was I gonna say? It was he's losing to better players because people could chalk it up to him being passive. but that's also saying that the other person he's facing isn't good. Like maybe the person he's
That is, it's kind of like an excuse, and it's like, because it's hard to really, like, especially TSO fan, to come to, like, terms and say that Beerson is, like, second. Yeah, it's like, I'm like, wait, what? There's no way. Like, what do you mean, second to who? Faker?
At
Hell
the
no.
same time, can you go back to international, let's say Worlds, right? Not international, because I know Bjergsen had a couple bad, like, looks at MSI a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
But can you go back to any Worlds where you go, Bjergsen got dominated in lane?
There's no way. I don't see it.
Never.
I don't see it. Now, there was one instance. Okay, so there's the 2 games, 2016, when they played Samsung, right? The first game was I think it was Syndra versus Victor. Crown's fucking Victor, right?
Oh, he was playing Zillion because they try to run the Zillion.
No, yeah. It was Zillion. Okay, no, that's what it was. It was Samsung versus it was Crowns, I think Varus for some reason, versus Bjergsen Syndra, and Bjergsen dumpstered him. Remember, like it was crazy. And then the second game comes around, and dude, Bjergsen Zillion's ridiculous too. Like really fucking good.
Well, that you could chalk up to because the Koreans always did better week 2.
That's true, and NA week 2 is the biggest meme, right? And so I know I hate it because it's so true. I don't understand it. But that was the only time I've ever seen him get solo killed. Like I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
He never really beat Faker either. When he did face Faker, those times he did, he looked pretty underwhelming. I mean, but everybody's gonna look underwhelming to Faker anyway.
Yeah.
So
Did you see that leak scrim that one time? He was beating Faker. Come on.
Yeah. Dude, those leaks. See that team was ridiculous, man. They were smashing everyone in scrims as well. That's what I hated about that. Was that 2016 year, but I don't know. I just feel like I don't think Bjergsen. I don't know. I hate to say it. I don't think he's ever been outplayed purely in the international stage. But like I said, I don't think he's gone for the win, and I think in that aspect he ended up losing,
Remember that time it was G2, I think, that took all that time off right before Worlds or whatever, and they just got flamed by everybody because they were like, you could have done good if you would have just practiced, but they
that was the C9 group, right? It was C9 and then that Russian team and then G2.
Right. I think Bjergsen's problem when he goes to international events is they fucking go to Korea and they scrim so hard and play so much solo queue, and then his team starts to get demoralized, and Bjergsen's like, my whole team is going to shit to bed, so I got to go and not lose lane.
Hey, I've never thought about that.
I think it also comes to the fact that
that's interesting.
I like it both ways because he looks good here, but to compare to everybody else in better regions, maybe he's just not. He can't. It's like Goku trying to face off against someone probably like Superman. You know what I mean? Obviously, Obviously, he's gonna look good in his own universe, but if you face someone who's just better than you, they're not gonna let you get all those advantages here. Like Bjergsen's gonna dumpster Golden Glue every single time, but Bjergsen's not gonna dumpster Chovy.
So if Bjergsen goes to LEC, who's outright better than him? Out dumpsters Bjergsen. You think Caps does? You see what Bjergsen did to Caps at MSI 2 years ago? I mean, obviously Caps wasn't Caps now.
Caps him so badly at Rift Rivals. Is that even fair?
But the team, no, that's true though. You're right. No, you're.
But we can argue this till we're all blue in the face, right? But you can never take away the fact that it's a team game, right? It is. There's a lot. If I go into a game feeling like shit, right, and I'm playing with you, you're not going to be like, oh man, it doesn't matter that he feels like shit. I'm going to be outstanding.
Yeah. No, right? But it's true though. Like, and then, dude, he knew. Okay, going into that game, TSM going against fucking G2 at Rift Rivals, right? Rift Rivals don't mean shit, and he knows his team's about to get dumpstered. So Bjergsen's already going in there like, fuck, why am I in this in front of everybody? My girlfriend's calling.
Those Origin games look worse, man. Those Origin games.
Oh, dude, who's that Origin guy? What's it?
Nuked Up.
That dude's a beast, man. That fucker's a beast, dude.
Well, like, look at this though. Like, okay, think back to TSM when they, it was Double Svenskeren, Bio, Hunter, and Bjergsen, right? They played every game in NA hard. They never stopped, right? They went hard from the beginning. Sometimes, they lost and they had to play till late game. right? And then every time when they went to Worlds, they always played to late game. And there's just teams
And
that
I
don't-
hated, dude. I hated that.
So now the question is Dardoch a fix, right? Does Dardoch's early game pressure and his early game skill, does that fix TSM's problem?
100%, bro. I
People
think
say, well, they had Acadian and he's really strong early, but Acadian's no Dardoch.
he's nowhere near the mechanically Dark. Okay, let me tell you, Dardoch is heaven sent to TSM. I think he's been the cure to the TSM HIV that they've had for forever with the jungle, right?
If he doesn't work on TSM, I don't know.
Oh, it's over for him. No, it's over for him. He's going to
I'm
Panic or
excited
some
for
shit.
TSM too, man. What's after
No,
Dardoch? What's even
what's after I think you're right there as well. Other than money,
It's not just Dardoch.
Peanut or
it's like
something.
if both. If this doesn't work out, it's like holy fuck.
I don't know what.
I don't think it's
actually
necessarily
Fortnite.
that bad, honestly. I think if they had any kind of jungler like Xsmithy or even Amazing, right? If they picked up Amazing this offseason, like
Would've
I
been
don't see that. I
solid,
still see
but
them being a top
dude, this is the thing. I needed a jungle with a ball sack, right? And we've been calling for it for so long, right? A massive ball sack. Sven had it, and then as he was in the culture, that it's like he took steroids. He saw how buff he got, and his ball sack shrank, right? And he just turned into a war. I think Dardoch is that exact person we've needed for so long. I mean, he's gonna stand up. He knows that it's one of his last chances, I think. So he's not gonna be toxic, but he's also gonna push Bjergsen to be like, "Hey, dude, no, that's wrong. Parth, no, shut up, that's wrong. This is what we can also do, right?" And also in game, TSM comes with the most pressure. The fans, I don't know if you guys have been to LCS, if you've been at the world stage, especially in China when they went at Worlds, bro, they had the biggest fans out of everyone. The pressure is there, unlike any other.
But that's not said about any other fan base with a big team, though. Why do they get?
I mean, I don't think C9 is. I've seen their fans compared to TSM fans. I think TSM the pressure is there, and not only that,
Right.
every player has also said it, and I
It's
think
like
Dardoch
SKT's
has
fan base,
it.
right?
Yeah,
They're-
it's just like
they're
it's
probably the two biggest esports organizations.
Yeah.
in the world.
See, they are. You looked up.
Added Cloud9 and TSM somewhere along that lines.
Yeah, they actually did a Forbes article on it, and it's actually not even close. The top three are the American. It's going to be TSM and C9 are tied. They're worth around 450 mil,
You got
and then
TL somewhere in there like fourth.
Yeah, it's insane. It's
But
insane.
TL spends the most money on players.
But TL spends the most money. But that's Steve in that pocket. But like I said, I think, dude, Dardoch he has the personality. It's personalities too. He's got the traits, like handles the pressure. He has the mechanics, unlike any jungler we've ever had, I think, other than maybe Sven, plus the mental though, right?
But one thing.
And then
One thing
Mhm.
I wanted to go was that you guys are fans, but one of the topics tonight, because I wanted to let you guys get your talking to the teams and everybody else.
Mhm.
Do you guys think there's are the league fans toxic?
Wait, explain. Oh, like
Toxic
the
fan
overall
base?
community, the overall.
like toxic fan base or certain teams? Because there's a lot.
Absolutely not,
Really?
dude. Go watch a diehard pro football fan, dude. Where their team
dude.
loses, they get up and punch a hole in their
Oh,
TV.
dude,
Come on, man.
dude.
We're talking
I'm
about a bunch of computer nerds here.
I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I can kill somebody right now.
Right,
but look,
exactly. Like I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. Don't
dude,
say I said that, but
dude, me and you could both kill somebody right now. No, it's not, man. It's, dude. What these kids have to, it's still on a smaller scale, man. Like, if you want to talk about toxic, look when LeBron left Cleveland. You know, talk about death threats, burning your jersey, sending your wife, all kinds of awful shit.
right. So what's toxic about the league community? Oh, they say hurtful things. Yeah, we're a bunch of keyboard warriors, dude.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
the
come on.
internet.
If I go to the Lakers game and I'm like, oh, LeBron shit, I'm probably getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
Oh no!
No, yeah.
Are league fans toxic in certain ways? Okay, so like if any team does well, let's just say fucking TSM wins Worlds. What's never gonna happen, but let's just hypothetically say that, right?
What do you mean?
Whoa.
Yeah. I mean,
Shots fired. Shots fired.
remember when we talked about swimming?
Yeah.
So let's say if TSM wins Worlds, right? Every single fan, there's a lot of people, a good majority, they'll say, oh, TSM got lucky, they faced whack opponents in the finals, and that's that's a form of being toxic. Because
definitely. Like, there's
league
always gonna
fans-
be there.
League fans are people that I don't really understand why people want to achieve the highest highs for certain teams if you're just gonna say it doesn't matter. Like G2 literally beat everybody and lost one best of 5, but yet people say, "Oh yeah, they're so shit for going."
Now they're overrated. No,
They're
it fucking
overrated because
sucks.
of fucking,
Yeah.
like what is that? Like so
It's just hate, dude. Because like, and I can honestly, because I saw your Instagram and I saw that you're like for LEC, you probably like G2 the most, right?
yeah.
And so with me, it's like what happens to me because I wanted to like them, right? I think G2 plays some of the most exciting, even though they're in the most boring league to me. I think they play the most exciting league in the world, right? You don't know who the fuck is playing Pyke. All their coach could be playing Pyke when they pick them. Like, you have no idea what, like, they have so many flex picks. It's so sick how they play in their team, right? But the fact that I can't like them because of their, not just their fan base, EU's fan base, right? As soon as I go to watch LEC, I look in the chat. NA's not even playing, right? We're not even fucking part of LEC. All I see in their chat is them flaming us still.
NA lol
Right.
KW and
So-
shit.
It's so annoying, dude. So like, that's why I like when G2 goes and has their success run that they have, and then they get dumpstered in the World's Final. That's why I come out and go and start talking mad shit, because their fan base has been talking shit about NA all year long, and they haven't even played NA, right? So that's where where toxicity comes from. It's because, dude, it's on both sides. They've been talking shit about NA for fucking
Right.
ever.
It comes down from their casters, and let's be honest.
Oh
right?
my god,
That
dude.
European
Oh my
team
god, you're
Is
right.
the European casters, right? That
Mhm.
makes LEC worth watching. The
Mhm.
problem with NA and why nobody wants to watch it is because their casters come in, they want to cast the game, and they want to get out. Right? There's
Yeah,
no
you
extra
can tell.
content
There's
in there
no,
or
there's
whatever.
no like, yeah, there's no passion.
But
I mean, there's
right.
some like Captain
And in
Fun.
LEC, they don't just cast the games, right? They talk about it. They
tweet
you
about it,
kind
you know
of
what I
feel
mean?
like
They
you're living
tweet
in the
about
game.
it. Dude, they're so
passionate about their
passionate,
Right.
and then that shit also pisses me off too, because I'm
And,
just
and
like,
here you
fuck.
got Jack going, well, you know where I hear Sven's thinking this. Yeah, how the fuck do you know what Sven's thinking, dude? You're
Yeah.
like a 5'2" fucking nerd that's never done anything with your life. You're just good at talking and reading
You
it.
just-
This is
Go
what I'm
fuck
like,
yourself.
This is my thing, is that everyone wants to say SKT is overrated because they only won Worlds when there were much worse teams in the world. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Oh no, that's so stupid.
That's
I think it's a stop.
SKT were so good, they lost 2 games all the way up until Worlds. You know how many games
Yeah.
that is? They went.
No,
Oh my goodness, people are so fucking stupid.
no, and the thing about that is that's a stylistic matchup. G2 is super hard stylistically for SKT. I think SKT beats every team in the world. I think SKT beats that fun Phoenix.
Trash.
I think they beat them 3-1.
That's
Honestly.
why the world format needs to change. It has. to.
Honestly, they think I honestly think they beat them 3-1. It was a stylistic matchup from MSI and fucking Worlds against G2, man.
Because, like, I think.
Why?
Well, sorry,
Go ahead.
Sorry, no, you're good, dude.
I just want to know why world's format isn't closer to like EU playoff format,
Because
right?
Riot wants to be NFL, NBA playoff brackets.
Worlds format is fucking it's fucking
They
stupid,
said
man.
There's a guy
Best of
deciding-
ones,
they said
like
there's a fucking guy deciding playoff formats. What is he really doing all his year? What the hell is
What?
this guy doing? That
All
Yeah.
right, fine. You could say that, right? Say that, fine. Let's say we keep the same format. Make people play into a group, right? Everybody there's a world
Exactly.
within a world, right? Everybody plays each other. They decide what group they want to go into.
Like
Right, the best
why
person-
can't you do that? Or
I would say it's based off seeding. So if you get second place in your region, you go with all the second seeds. If you go to first seed, you go with all the first seeds. If you go to third seed, you go with all the third seeds. I think that would make it a little bit more.
no, but if you put all the first seeds in one group, that means what? Only 2 first seeds. I mean, that'd be a fucking crazy
No,
group to
that's a
watch.
crazy-
But only
no,
2
see-
first seeds
See,
come out.
because like okay, so you take it as a
That'd be
stylistic-
crazy.
Well, like,
That'd
take
be
it-
fucking
take it
crazy.
As a stylistic mismatch, take it like because right now that's what we have. Fun Plus facing
Mhm.
Splice. That was horrible.
Yeah.
That you
No,
can't, you can't treat Fun Plus Phoenix the same way you treat fucking J Team. It's just not how it works.
Well, I saw. Damn it! I wish I could. Oh, what the fuck am I doing? I saw a format that I really like. I have to go back about this again. I'm gonna do some research on this, but I'll say for sure that the format pisses me off, and because it's happened twice, man. You saw with TSM it happened twice. Super hard to groups, right? That one year H2K had the fucking weakest fucking group ever, and then the weakest side, and they got all the way.
EU fans want to talk, dude. They
love that. They love that shit.
This is the thing though. They faced Albus Nox Luna. Albus Nox Luna, it was trash.
Oh my god.
Albus Nox Luna was dog shit. I don't care if they beat Rocks Tigers. What the fuck?
That one time, but that Rocks Tigers team was nasty.
That one Rocks Tiger team lost to Albus Nox Luna, but had the best of 5 ever against SKT.
No, literally the best, by far the best.
Albus Nox Luna beat Rocks Tigers. Does that mean Albus Nox Luna were better than Rocks Tigers? Fuck no.
No.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Albus Nox Luna was so garbage. It's just like
oh my god.
They're just inconsistent. It's just like
inconsistent, and they had some little cheesy ass plays that they came up with.
That's what I was. That was what I was going to touch base on. How did Albus Nox win that game?
Dude, right? Some cheese, bro. I forgot what
they played. Comfort, and they played. Yeah, I mean, just straight comfort, right? They were all comfortable on every camp they played.
Bro, Rocks Tigers were trolling hard. You can tell because once they faced EDG in the quarterfinals, it was like not even close. It was
dude,
like,
that was Smeb and Peanut in their fucking prime, dude. God damn.
Out on Albus Nox trash. Cloud9 with
they deserve.
would have destroyed them. But they had to face the Galaxy, so you know.
But you guys are definitely on it. Like I'm sick of the Worlds format. I wish. Do you guys like the best of ones in the Worlds?
I hate them. I think group stage should be best of 3.
Dude,
I mean, come on.
Like, why would we have the time? Like, get rid of the play-ins. I'm sick of. All right, make the play-ins way shorter, right? We already know Brazil's gonna get fucking destroyed, right? Like, let them come in and have their little mini worlds, is what I call it, because they don't get fucking destroyed by any team with half talent, right? The Turkey team, the one team like either Supermassive or fucking whoever. What is that other Royal? Whatever it is.
It's either 1907 Fenerbahce, Royal Youth, or Supermassive.
See, they're actually decent, right? They're decent. Yeah. They're in between the top regions and Brazil and fucking Oceanic, whatever, right? So make that a whole bunch, like make that shit way quicker. Like that should be like 2 days.
That's
right?
Too. Like they could play all their games in the same day.
Because who gives a fuck?
Because people like will give them a chance because no one watches them. No one watches them even when it's
dude. No one does. Like make that shit
anyway. Like
make that like 2 days long, right? Like 8 hours each. Like they all play real quick. And then we go in to the actual groups, man, and actually fucking play these games out, man. I hate these because you could get cheese picks and you can lose a Worlds 1v1 and you're fucked. You're so fucked. You got a loss now in the group stage because
the fuck do we have all-stars?
Oh no, they need that shit is whack.
Well, that's a traditional thing. They want to be traditional sports.
Yeah, but I think
and I'm okay with all stars, right? Because every pro sport has like an all star event, but like make all stars worth it. Pick the 5 best people, or pick the best person for each thing. A couple of subs, and let them go in there and play.
I miss Team Ice, Team Fire. They're playing 6 Lee Sins versus 6 Lee Sin. I love that shit. I don't want to see goddamn streamers like Tyler One. I don't want to see Yasuo. Those fucking trash. They have Twitch rivals. Twitch rivals is literally for streamers. What the hell?
Well, another thing they could do, man, to make it actually worth it, kind of similar to baseball, the winner of that of All Stars actually decides something. So what if you played All Stars before Worlds, and you sent your best 5 from each region, NA, Europe, whatever, right? And then you actually go play against each other, and that seeds you in your groups for Worlds.
Or you get to pick where Worlds is being held, or something like that.
Something like that. Something to make it worth it.
For the love of God, will somebody please just punch Scar in the face? That's all I ask.
Fat ass Scar. Dude, that's why I love Bjergsen, though. Think about Bjergsen. When Bjergsen...
I'll keep Scar, but take away team fight tactics. Nobody fucking plays.
Oh, dude. That was a little gimmick. But no, that's one thing. If you look at all today's streamers, right? You know, Shifter, fucking Scar, I Will Dominate. Bjergsen came over and just retired all of those guys. They're like, oh, this is how you actually play League of Legends? Like, when he first came over, he shitted on everybody other than C9 because they were just such a good team and high. They were just so smart, knew how to kind of contain them. But he single-handedly, dude, Void retired. Everyone was like, dude, who the fuck? How the fuck does he play League like this? Now they're all streamers and shit.
I think Dom could still be playing competitive on.
Dude, he's
out of everybody.
Not even bad. He says he's
he's so good.
He's actually not even bad at all.
He's so good, actually. I think he could definitely play a cat.
TSM should have paid Dom a bunch of money to stop streaming for a year and come play, dude.
Not only that, but his knowledge, just to have him, and he's like, and he talks, dude. He wouldn't back down for people. I wouldn't mind hiring him as even in the coaching staff, like
a jungle coach or something.
Yeah.
Well, he looks like a crackhead, so I feel like he would still crack the beer.
That's the thing, though. Yeah, I don't think that kid sleeps. He's fucking.
He sleeps like 17 fucking hours a day.
Dude, he's got like black ass circles on his eyes. I'm like, dude, you need
crack under his desk right now. He's
selling no, he's crack. Super fucking solid though. I really like the guy. He's always complaining about something though, but.
And you say what you want about Reggie because I remember that comment when we first came in.
What?
Right, but let's look at what Reggie's done, man. I mean,
Reggie's a fucking dude. Reggie's I
like the guy.
True entrepreneur, man.
I like entrepreneurship. I like business people. I like people like Reginald are people that I look up to. I have to make fun of them sometimes, but you know, I respect all the team owners. I respect anybody who has an org anywhere in the world. You could be playing on a 16th place Chinese team. I still respect your ass because that's
dude. Another guy is Nadeshot, dude. I was really impressed business wise with 100 Thieves has done. Look what
Valkyrie. That's the only reason why I need to watch him. He's got Valkyrie.
Little baddie. Think about all the three that came over. You know, Golden Guardians, Clutch, 100 Thieves. 100 Thieves by far.
Well, that's because to be fair, dude, Golden Guardians had High, Lorelo, and Matt. Ain't nobody want to.
Well, I don't know. Well, I don't know why they came in like that, and they're still doing that. I don't know who's running. They have money too. They have mad fucking money. But they just choose to be mediocre. Not even mediocre. Below fucking average. They're just picking players like that. And meanwhile, what team is Contracts on? Is he in Academy?
He's on 100.
Yeah, he's back to Academy, yeah. He's on
100.
What?
He's another compost pile, bro. Come on.
I think, alright, this is the thing, man. I think if you work with the guy, put him around a surrounding cast. When he was C9,
he got lucky
with good players.
That's the definition of luck, right?
I felt like I felt like he was mechanically gifted. I think he doesn't know how to, you know, actually jungle, but I think he's mechanically gifted if you taught him.
No, dude, he's shit.
He's everyone's like, no, dude. Everyone's like, dude, Sean, shut the fuck up.
I got two dogs that don't fucking shit as much as Contracts does.
You can teach a dog how to go outside and walk around. That's
bro.
The exact same thing with Contracts.
Dude, literally, when I was watching fucking Fake, I was like, what are you doing, bro? What are you really about to die, Faker? You're about to die, Faker. What anime was he watching before he went into that fucking room, dude?
He got so lucky. Right after that, he fell apart.
Dude, Faker
started for life.
Oh my god! And ever since then, he just fucking went back to his Nexus, and now he came out in Academy. That's crazy.
I think the funniest play I've ever seen was when Reckless flashed in a Twitch against Polbolter, and he died, and he started crying bitch on stage again.
No, the worst play ever is fucking Cody's son, bro.
No.
That Tristana play, I don't know. I still don't know what he was trying to fucking do.
He was trying to do an insect, like
dude, with Tristana?
Yeah, like an insect.
Yeah, I've seen it, but it's like I was like, dude, what? That was
the sad part about the game is that they were actually winning.
Bro, they should have got out. Dude, that year, all three NA should have got out of groups, and like EU almost should have not have got out of groups, and the exact opposite happened.
We can't trust TSM get out of groups. We already established that, but
I know, fucking 1v1. All he had to do is fucking Misfits. God, Jesus Christ, fuck you! We're coming back this year. I'm telling you. That's why I love this podcast. I'm gonna be in here talking mad shit. We're gonna be 8-0.
Right when Dark faces TSM and I'm at the LCS, I'm gonna just I'm gonna rub it in your face when I'm there.
Real quick.
Are you still recording?
To the LCS this year?
No, are you still recording like for the podcast?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Or you guys have to head out?
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
Oh, you
My
guys are
my thing is like, where do you want to go with this, right? Because like, I mean, I think from I don't know the other guys, right? Because I haven't met them. I listened to the podcast the other day. But like, is this something you're gonna try to make big, or are you gonna like
I'm gonna
have a
let it.
platform and?
I'll let it grow or organically. I'm still trying to figure out, who's gonna be my, it's like supposed to be like the dive EU4 stuff like that. I have a main cast and I have guests coming on sometimes, right? I'm trying to figure out who's gonna be main and have enough people. So I think 5 is max, and then every once in a while we'll rotate a guest in. You know what I mean?
That sounds dope. Yeah.
Because people
I mean, I do stuff like this, in my real life, right?
Oh, you
So
actually
if you
do?
need help,
Really?
like setting up, like
Oh, I
the,
do.
the graphics, so we
I
can
do.
get on camera, things like that. I got you.
Oh yeah.
And then I was
please.
also talking to you
No,
about.
you are out of here. I don't want no TSM fans in your. I want your TSM help.
TSM, baby.
Not getting
TSM,
that
baby.
Not getting that
You get.
I'm just kidding.
Dude,
I'm just kidding.
I can't wait. I can't wait for this season, bro.
Yeah,
We're
so
back.
I
We're
just have-
fucking
I
back.
just have to know who's my main people and who's the co-stars, because that way we kind of assign roles and shit like that. That way it's not all together, because I just want things to be natural and organic. It doesn't have to be, people don't have to be pressured. People don't have to be thinking that one person's more important than each other. I want everybody to feel like they're welcome here. That's
Well, I'm
Yeah.
the most important. I mean,
yeah. You feel welcome here. You come here, you talk. I do want to say this. You guys have thick skin, because everything after we said in this video is gonna get destroyed in the comment section when we post this shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's
bro, I don't
funny.
care what the 10-year-old YouTubers have to say about me, bro.
Those little fucking Fortnite players. No.
Yeah, with their fucking. Oh man,
With their
Dude,
mom with their mom paying their iPhone.
I just want to
and
fucking
shit.
punch Scar in the face, dude.
No,
That's my ultimate goal.
Who? Wait, what'd he say?
Scara.
Oh my god,
Look,
fucking
Look,
Scar.
all right, let me touch base on this real quick. It is league related, right? It is league related, right?
All
right, look, there's this video where Scar is talking about how he wants to promote TFT, and he's showing people, how to play the game, and and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be cool. And I go in there, and Scar's got a bug where he's got like fucking 60 characters on the board. And and I'm sitting here waiting 18 hours in the queue the first day to play some TFT, dude. And this motherfucker's laughing his ass off, and I was like, man, I will punch this fat motherfucker right in the face.
Right now. Well, he's just trying to grow that because he's good at it and he wants to be important again because he knows that he fell
He
off.
wasn't good at league, period. Even
No,
when
he
was
got
pro.
shitted on, bro. He got completely shitted on all the time. But that's what he's trying to relive it. He's trying to bring back a certain community, and I just don't see it. I never saw that game. I was like, okay.
If I see Pokemon at the LCS, I'm gonna have her do my YouTube intro. I'm about to get
Oh, she's so. If she does it, she's she's so.
I know how to talk to women. I know how to sweet talk.
Look at him, bro. He says, "I know how to." He's a sweet talk Pokemon.
Do stuff that I want to do.
Dude,
That's
are
just 'cause
you?
Women are afraid of you, bro. That's why you're not allowed within 50 feet in elementary school. Bro.
He's like, dude, look, that's why you got restraining orders. No, hey, let's get the first tickets, man. Let's go up there together, man. I want to go first day, opening day.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, those first tickets sell out fast. We have a better
Dude,
chance
it's
to go
so
on day
hard.
two.
No, but I have. Let me tell you, I have a hookup, man. I know.
Look, I will buy
know
you
a couple
tickets
people.
if you punch Scar in the face.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting flagged.
No, I have
come
a
on,
hookup.
it's all in fun and games. I just don't. I lost a lot of respect for him and how he did that video.
The only person I can probably just not stand, and I love his analyzations, is Vedius. I can't stand that.
I hate him. Oh my god, he blocked me on Twitter. He literally blocked.
I block you too. You're a
We-
fucking TSM fan.
We were going at it on Twitter on 2016, and I was just so hurt because obviously TSM just burst my fucking heart. Those goddamn bastards, right? And Vedius was so fucking biased, and I was just so fucking sick of hearing his little fucking voice. I just wanted to squeeze him. I was like, dude, god damn it. So I messaged him. No, he's super smart, bro. Super smart. But no, we just went back and forth. He ended up blocking me because I was just fucking toxic, dude. I was so toxic. I apologize.
His laugh sounds like he's an evil, sinister villain in a movie.
What do y'all think about what's her name? Frost Scared, that one, the LPL girl that came up.
I don't know who that
Every
is.
time she,
I'm just kidding. I just don't pay attention to her.
I love her.
She's irrelevant to me. I don't.
She's pretty smart.
I think she has a lot of game knowledge. Like it's
She
ridiculous.
really does, and it's ridiculous. I mean, it actually is ridiculous. She'll make some points that I'm just like, well, what the fuck?
She's
And
like,
I'll go back and look at it, I'm like,
word.
dude.
Her favorite word is, oh, stylistically, this team doesn't match.
I know, she does.
Stylistically, bitch,
She does use that a lot.
up.
I just love.
She should have been an NA with how she cast.
I
Right?
think so, and I don't know why they didn't make that move. God damn it!
But she also gets really passionate, and you can hear it when she casts, and it's refreshing because like you have these NA casters that are like, oh yeah, you know they were thinking this. You don't know what they were thinking. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I kind of. That's the thing. I feel like what's his name, Dash. I feel like Dash is just there for the job. Like he's getting paid really well, and he's like, I don't know. Like
I think he's the only one that brings like a comedy value. Oh no, what's his name?
I think
Mark.
Dude,
Mark is really good.
I think Jad is fine, Dash is fine, and just keep those three. Why they always gotta have a? They always feel like.
But I like-
person.
Dude, I like. I love Captain Flowers when he's actually casting. Mark sounds like such a hater. I don't know why. Mark is
a realist.
I like.
See,
I
Mark,
think
Mark plays no fucking bias. He doesn't care if he hurts your feelings or not, and that's
true.
That's what the community needs.
That is true. That is true. I've met him in person. He's so fucking cool. But
like we need people like that, like people that don't dick ride for Fnatic or TSM or Cloud9 when they're we can't have people like that because like there's never a real person go like, no, this is actually the wrong way to play the game. But
and he knows quite a bit, right? He was like a coach.
He was like a TL coach, I think.
Yeah, I remember. Oh shit.
I mean, his name was TL Mark for like the longest time. But there's just some casters in NA where I'm just like, dude, I can go in there and cast a better game than these guys.
Who do you not like Pastry Time or fucking Freak? Freak, it's oh my god.
I don't like Freak just because I don't like Freak. It's like
I just don't like
situation.
him. Yeah.
But Freak is really knowledgeable about the game.
Oh,
right?
he's been around since day
he gets
one.
Paid to like make all those videos. He gets paid to come up with these like fucking rando builds that they tell you to build in ranked, where you're like playing Cena with a fucking IE or something. Come on.
The only person I never want to see on broadcast again is Gilius on a desk. That was horrible. If you guys go back and watch Gilius on the post game analyst desk for EU before they went to Worlds, it was garbage.
High was really good on the desk.
High was actually really good.
Oh, High's so smart though. That's why he's so
that guy
good.
High is a fucking genius. Like I'm telling you, that radio thing is gonna take off.
Oh yeah. Who else was really good? Was it Meteos? Meteos is not bad on the desk.
NA deserves Dracos or Ender from EU. That'd be nice.
See, when you get somebody like Conficio or Kobe on the desk, right, who've played pro and understand, maybe not necessarily as much Kobe, because Kobe was kind of really early, like before everything kind of took off.
Yeah, before it was good. Yeah.
Right. But like they understand the game and they understand what you're thinking in the situation. So when they commentate, you can hear that they understand. Like when Jet's like, that he was trying to do this, but this. Yeah, you don't know. That motherfucker accidentally hit that flash.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, sure.
No, but
what are casters? What's the casters? Honestly, what is their what's their rank? Like most of them are like probably silver, gold, maybe a couple plat.
There's some good ones like Azale. I know he's like diamond. I know Mark's what's his name? Kobe's diamond, higher diamond. Freak's like lower diamond, diamond 4 or 5. ADC.
Azale is the best caster in NA.
Yeah.
I like him. I like him a lot.
This is the thing here is that I don't think there's no point in having analysts if people in the game don't even respect their opinions. Not that they're bad people. It's like how Jack can make a detailed analysis about why a team did something wrong and how they can fix it, and then some internet stupid dirtbag is like, "Well, no, you're wrong. I know how to play League of Legends, and I'm like, shut the fuck up."
Yeah. Well, like low elo, like the majority base is low elo, right? It's anywhere from gold down to bronze is what people are watching LCS. And at that rate, at the level that these guys are talking about and the level these guys are playing it, I mean, we don't even come close to understanding the game like a Bjergsen or anyone that's at that level. But that's just the fan base. So I feel like what makes a good caster is like informing people that like the majority is, right? From bronze to gold, and forming what's going on the map to help understand like what is actually happening during the game. That's what makes a good caster, and that's why I think the best caster of all time is that Papa Smithy guy. I mean, I just think he is fucking phenomenal, dude. I love that guy. I mean, he's gone to 100 Thieves.
Why is everybody going to Bot River, and dropping wards when there's nothing in Bot River? Well, they're getting ready for Dragon, right?
Yeah,
they're just like, oh,
vision.
The game's going kind of slow, and fuck off, dude.
Yeah, like I like when they're actually explaining different things and why, and why it's happening, why they're doing this, why they're setting up, vision control, why they're taking it away. Once they get 2 kills, why they go to Baron and take away all the vision. Like, I love how they're setting things up like that, and I think that's what makes a good caster mixed in with a personality. Some people know how to do either or, and there's only a few of them that knows how to do both, and that's what I think makes a legit caster.
I just think that when they say shit like, "Oh, this game is too slow," at a certain point, people just think NA is slow.
No, I think, man, to me, LEC is slow to me more than.
I thought LCK was pretty slow. LCK was like.
Oh, LCK is notoriously known for slow because they're just so methodical, dude. They're just planning everything fucking out like to the T. You got Damwon Gaming.
Yeah.
How they play is fucking amazing, but it's not the most exciting at first, right? But they just slowly just wear your ass down, dude. And so sometimes that's not the best to like when then you cross the way and you go to LPL and the motherfuckers are just the game's like 32 to 26 and 27 minutes. You're like, what the fuck? That's just crazier, right? So it's just
somebody with an IE at 4 minutes and 20 seconds of minions just spawned in and shit. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, it's insane. It's just different, and that's what I like about Worlds is that you get all that and you clash it together, all those different play styles. But what sucks is when Worlds starts going on, like later on when it gets to quarterfinals, they've all been scrimming each other. Now the Worlds has its own meta, right? So they all come in with different metas. It doesn't work, and then they all start scrimming, and then it just turns into the Worlds meta by the second week, the third week in, and then games are a lot different then. But
this team played super well. Let's all do it.
Yeah, they're like, holy shit, like Rumble's actually broken, and now everyone's fucking playing Rumble. So it's just like, I don't know, but. Man, I'm excited for this year. That's all I gotta say, guys.
I think they definitely need to revamp NA LCS, like get people excited to watch it, get people excited to want to be there, things like that. Like, I mean, I'm sure being on at the stage is legit, but
yeah, being there is way different than watching it at home.
Oh, being there is so sick. I love it.
Yeah.
And what do you guys? I'm super curious about the new map changes and everything they're doing with the dragons, because I think that's also going to bring so much versatility to the game, right? Because the map is literally changing each fucking game, and you're going to play around vision a whole lot different during Ocean Dragon, and then when it's Fire Dragon, when you can just run from blue buff to the other blue buff and there's no fucking walls anywhere, right? There's going to be so many different styles built up that I think it's just going to be super exciting. Like you said, you're really going to see the top junglers performing, and then the bottom junglers just absolutely fucking drowning. You're going to see mid laners playing differently. It's just going to be completely different. And the way you gank, dude, I'm walking up on playing, and this season, this preseason, I'm ganking bot lane. They don't even fucking see me coming. I can come hide in there, come into the brush, and they're playing like they're all pushed up, and I come up from behind them. It's beautiful. It's just like it's amazing, like how much more vision you're gonna have, and then you're not always gonna be able to have it. So you have to play a whole lot differently. I'm just super excited because I think the lack of vision just brings a lot more chaos, and that makes it funner to watch. And I think we're just gonna be. Donox is going to absolutely destroy C9. What?
Whoa.
I tell you, like, what? No, I'm excited for the maps, dude.
C9 to be the first NA org to win Worlds. You heard it here, right?
Oh, shit.
C9?
Shit.
If they had 9 people playing against 5, maybe.
Maybe. No, dude, TSM, dude. But what do y'all think about the maps? You think the map, like it's going to be amazing, right?
I told you, like I said at the beginning of the video, I don't know if you were in here. I like to watch League more than play League, but recently I've been playing with my boys, and we've just been doing 5 draft right now. While we wait for Flex to reset and everything, and I just played on the first map or the new map for the first time the other day, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on?"
I actually had the exact same feeling. Because I hadn't played since the Worlds ended with the old map. I played just a few days ago with the new map. I was like, God damn, this feels different.
Oh, it's so crazy, man. Like the vision, like as a jungle, you can't see anything at times. I'm like, God, even you put a ward in the brush, I'm like, dude, is someone in there? Like it's so dark. It's just, I don't know, man. I'm super excited.
This has been fun. Oh my goodness, getting to trash on TSM fans in video.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm just saying,
dude. I feel like
I don't think you've come up with a compelling argument about TSM being bad this entire day.
They have the sexiest mid laner.
He's a beast.
Man, Bjergsen, Bjergsen. What's that video TSM had? Broken Blade was in love with his laptop. That shit was funny.
He did. This motherfucker's just hoping Bjergsen has a sister he can hook him up with for his EU girl. Fucking
EU girl. No, but
Biofrost, he likes me. He looked at me at the LCS.
Bio Daddy's back, dude. So the next,
he I don't know. Did Doublelift winked at me too? So it's like, Doublelift people are intimidated by him, but I was scared of him. I was like, hey, can we take a picture? I was all like,
dude, you know what's crazy is Doublelift is fucking massive. I didn't know he's like 1 or something. Like I was like, dude, he's huge. Yeah, I was like,
I thought
I'm black. He says I'm black,
dude. Taller than me, and I was kind of scared.
Dude, this fool is big. They're all taller. When I first saw TSM, I was like, what the fuck? Why am I the little bitch right now?
Did you guys see that video? That not ESPN. What's his name? Colin, whatever the hell his name is. That old guy that like talks about basketball, football, and shit. And Gordon Hayward was on there, and he was talking about League. And the guy's like, oh, he was talking about a bunch of fat kids sitting around playing video games. And Gordon Hayward's like, are you stupid, dude? Like, do you know what the fuck is going on? None of these. Is there honestly, I know Korea has a couple of big guys, right? But most people are pretty tiny.
No, yeah, on average they are.
You mean like a guy that would be considered fat?
Yeah, like the last like fat one.
Pie Cake Lord is like the only guy I've seen.
Oh yeah, but then NA used to have that one guy. He played for Vulcan or whatever, Zuna or whatever. That motherfucker, dude, couldn't even hold his own head up. It was so big.
Oh shit!
He was good though.
Yeah, I was gonna say Skara, but I can't.
Oh, what the fuck was his name, dude? The top laner for TPA back in the day when they won, dude. He was big too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
I got his Mundo skin too.
Dyrus was pretty big too.
He was at a point, but I mean, if you look at him now, he's just built.
Who else would be considered big?
I might be a TSM fan, but Dyrus by far is the reason I started watching Professional League. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't be here anymore. It's a bunch of I'm just.
Actually, like I wasn't even a TSM fan when I first started watching Professional League. I liked Dyrus because I liked how he streamed and he would explain things to people like when he first started. Like this is why I'm building this on Renekton in this matchup. And I thought that was.
I tried to. I need a purchase.
I was a Moscow 5 fan when I first started watching Professional League because they were fucking insane.
I almost was a Fnatic fan when they went on their little 18-0 run, but I was like, wait a minute, EU just really fucking garbage.
You're a fucking fanboy, dude. That's what it is.
Look, I've been TSM till I died. TSM till I die, guys. You know what I'm saying?
Cloud9 and my G2 swag, I'm good. I have.
Oh my god, fucking
sexy Spanish owner, and then I have Jack, who's gonna teach me and be my daddy. Jack can be my daddy.
And be.
So
look,
I felt like. Oh, no, go ahead.
No, you go.
Oh, I was just gonna talk about the first podcast, right? Because I just want to know, like, how this is all gonna work out, and I felt like it was definitely. I think it was a little different than what we did, right? You guys didn't have really any direction or anything.
We're still trying to figure that out. I know there have been some people that have been talking about that. Remember, I'm still kind of fairly new to working with people. I'm the more like Wolverine, Lone Ranger type guy, and I kind of wanted to work with people this year and see if I want to try it again because I was part of a podcast before a long time ago, and I got kicked off because I was too real for those people. But You know what I mean?
I got kicked off.
I really got kicked off for being real. I was like, hey man, you talk to girls? I'm like, they're like, girls. What are girls kicking me off? But it's just like I want just if people want structure, that's fine. But I still want it to be a fun thing. You know what I mean? Like if this is still based off my own personal time to give other people a shot at voicing their opinions. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want people to voice their opinions and have fun. We can have structure, but it's gonna get better with time.
Right. No. And what I mean by that is like we didn't do anything different with the structure that we weren't doing, right? We just kind of centralized it so we weren't talking about 6 different teams at the same time. And I thought, you know, from a just a viewer standpoint, right? Because like I told you in the email, I just started watching your videos and stuff, and I like the fact that you're. I just like the fact that you're just not like everybody else. Where you're like, oh yeah, you're just not jumping on the bandwagon. You're like, fuck you, dude. If you don't want to watch this, get the fuck out. I don't even give a shit.
Yeah, like I liked it because this one time I was like, damn, dude, this motherfucker, he's spitting out some true content. He's actually, voicing his opinion. And then he started talking about TSM, and then I was like, you know what, fuck this nigga. I don't like this kid anymore.
That TSM little cuckboy come in my comment section. He said I went to the TSM subreddit, who I'm not a fan of, to steal his thumbnail. Yeah, I wasted my own free time taking a thumbnail of yours to put it on my video. You get the fuck out of here.
That's what he said.
He said you stole my thumbnail. I'm of the TSM subreddit. I'm not even on the TSM subreddit. What the fuck?
You're like, what?
I was like, who is this trash booger nose?
Hey,
what the fuck?
Speaking of
YouTube 9-year-olds, bro, dude, they fucking go ham. They don't give a shit.
This dude was like, TSM's gonna beat Cloud9 because they have history.
I know, they just make the dumbest ass fucking points. It's like, dude, shut up.
That is my most disliked video, was that all I said was TSM are going to be second. I didn't even do anything bad. I said TSM are going to be second place to TL.
Dude, they're not a come for you. This is the thing, man. We're in a... TSM is in a rough little area. As a fan right now, we are...
And the fact that
we might as well be MST, dude. Like we are so fucking confused on who we want to be right now. But I think we're coming back, baby. Darduck.
Even if you say good things about TSM, people still think you're trashing them. I was like,
yeah.
I literally said in the video they're gonna be second place. Oh my god, that's too fucking bad for me.
Well, you see it in content creators, man. Anything else they talk about, and then you see them talk about TSM, the views are up by like 20%. So content, like, that's what like a lot of people hate, is like, god damn it, they're like, dude, I have to talk about TSM again. Or if they have a huge like a podcast or any type of thing, they'll have TSM at the end, right? And that's just strategic, because it's like, all right, listen through everything, and then finally we'll fucking talk about your goddamn TSM, but listen to our content.
All I said was I didn't like how they treated Spica, because really, if you think about it, his career could have been over. You throw this guy into the deep end, he does badly based on.
Oh, I heard y'all talking about that earlier, dude, and that's 100% true, man. I hate.
That's exactly what Misfits did. Misfits did the exact same shit. Misfits had another team up there. Their whole team stunk, and now no one wants to give him a job. That ruined somebody's career. All that effort he put into the game would have been thrown away by just that decision alone. And I'm the bad guy for not liking that. What the fuck am I?
No, I didn't like that I did not like that at all. First off, you shitted on every jungle you've been past year and a half. Second off, right? You bring in this new kid that could have talent, right? Has potential, obviously. Has been doing really well in academy, and you throw him into a mentally balanced fucking just shit show. Sven and Arcadian, I still don't know Arcadian. I don't know what they're doing. I think they were sleeping with each other's girl or something.
I think they're sleeping with each other, but hey,
something, you never know, right? And so there was all this drama, and then you just bring this young little innocent academy, and you're like, hey, yeah, go play a playoff match against Clutch, and you're like, the red hot Clutch, and you're like, what the fuck? I'm like, seriously? You guys want to do this to this guy, Spica? Who the fuck is Spica? I didn't even know who he was.
It's his job. It's his job. Like
that's true. You get called on and you get ready for.
His career could have been over. People look at those games and they see if he plays bad, he's done. That's how.
Dude, and he kind of did that fucking Sodrani game. What the fuck?
Do you guys honestly feel like that most of their problems, most of TSM's problems, was like when Parth kind of took over managing the team? He might not have been the coach the whole time.
I think Parth, there's something there. I don't know. It's either Parth, it could be Bjergsen, man. I don't know. And the fact that how he wants things played, I doubt it. I doubt it. Problem, but the way they train or the way they want things played. My biggest thing is this is what happened mainly to the success of TSM was vision control. They took away wards, right? Wards are like not as big as a thing, right? You don't have nearly as much vision as you did back in 2016, 2017. And so what Vision was doing for TSM, how they played, they had it everywhere, man. They had it on your blue buff. They were contesting every time. Sven and Bjergsen will be at your blue buff, waiting for that bitch to spawn, and they're like, all right, fight us right now. Every time they had Vision everywhere. When they took Vision away, it kind of took the strategic part of jungling, how TSM liked to play, out of the game. And so now Bjergsen and them were like, oh, fuck, dude, like, what do we do now? And man, I feel like that is where one part of the problem was. And then also the new strategy they had bringing into the junglers, the jungler just ended up doing exactly what we hate, right? Becoming a fucking ward for Bjergsen and just becoming passive as fuck. Because we didn't have that same type of vision and same type of game plan that we had previously. I think that was a huge thing that happened with TSM.
Yeah, I definitely think that, and I think a lot of that stems from shot calling, right? Because you could still drop some words over on blue buff, like realistically. But I think Dardoch is going to be the fix to that because he's going to want to play aggressive.
I love this Dardoch, dude. That's one of my favorite players.
Where's Original gonna be like, hey, Dark, get the fuck out there and we're some fucking money.
Dude,
see, and that's what people don't understand about Reginald. Like, yeah, he was the mid laner and he was the shot caller. That's why.
Oh, he's a genius, dude.
So hard to be the shot caller, but I guarantee you, Reginald was like, if Reginald was still relevant, and I'm not saying he's bad at the game or anything, but he just doesn't have the time or the.
Or the why, yeah, like. Yeah,
like the same thing that happened with High, right? High could arguably go in there and still be a top 5 mid laner, I bet. And his knowledge level and his shot calling would dominate the scene.
I don't know why he's not a coach, but I know he's doing his own things.
He owns his own team now, like Radiant or whatever. I'm excited to see what he does with that.
I was so sad because he was literally Doinby before Doinby's playstyle ever existed.
Oh, yeah.
He would fit this meta now a lot better than he would before because he didn't have a champion pool and he wasn't the best farmer, and he wasn't going out there getting a ton of solo kills.
Mechanically, but he knew the game, dude. He's so game. Remember he played that mid
elimination with his fucking notebook, dude. He's like fucking 30 years old playing professional.
Yeah, he was coach. He was coach beforehand, dude. He was coach.
Elimination.
I'm surprised Riot didn't try to ban his notebook, dude.
Wait, I forgot what I was saying.
That had to be when Cloud9 was dominant, when they were dominating everybody. And I as a fan felt this, right? Like they're playing against TSM, I see elimination, pull that notebook out, and I'm like, fuck. It's gonna be a rough game.
Shit.
I saw Elimination go to Optic Gaming, and I thought that was the worst roster ever. Power People, Arrow, Elimination, and
that was dope. That was just so random. Wait, guys. Before, real quick. Have y'all seen, just to go back real quick, have y'all seen this combination that Bjergsen and Dardoch are running in Korea? Solo queue?
Yeah, dude, the fucking Ivern
Rengar is fucking
dude, that is
broken.
Sick. I was like, I watched it last night. I was laying down to go to bed, and I watched it. And I was like, what the fuck is this idiot playing Ivern for?
It is broken. No, listen to this, dude. You're just popping up grass everywhere, and Rengar is literally jumping. He's jumping all over the map, dude, because he could just pop up grass anywhere, and he'll just jump on your mama, kill her, come back into the grass, jump on someone else. It is so funny to watch. It's so broken.
You know what? Bjergsen looked like a damn good Ivern, dude.
Oh, he was a nasty dude. He was shielding him. It was pop.
I think they.
Oh my god.
They definitely. I love Ivern, right? Ivern is my favorite jungler. Right?
Oh, I fucking hate that.
I think they could have played that late game better because, like, if Bjergsen was going down and dropping his passive on those buffs, they both could have got all the buffs,
Yeah, both of them. Yeah, you both get the buffs,
Not that Ivern really needs a blue and a red, but who the fuck cares, right?
I think Dardoch wants Bjergsen's pussy with that Rengar, but what?
No, dude, he's wanted to play with him so long, and I just
Yeah, he wants to really
This-
play with him.
this is-
It comes back to what I was saying before about the team mentality, right? Dardock's going into it going, okay, guys, I need to prove myself, and yes,
Yep.
I'm not gonna not be myself where I tell you like, hey, I think this is dumb as fuck. But let me show you that my play is gonna be worth the hard
My
time.
opinion, yeah, and that's what's never been with talent. Look, he's got world class talent top to bottom. He's got a world class mid laner under one of the biggest orgs, and he's got all the eyes watching. He knows this is the opportunity that he's been dreaming of. He's been working hard for. He's been humbled by being an academy. He's been humbled by people not wanting to be with him, not picking him up. And I just think, man, both situations. TSM's been awful for the past 2 years. Dardock's been an academy for a year, hasn't almost dropped out of the whole industry, right?
That was weird because Optic had both the best junglers on there.
Yeah, and what I didn't understand is that Dardock is better than Meteos in my opinion, but Meteos has, different things that Dardock doesn't have, and I think with Crown there was some type of either, language, also play style differences, and so they just went with Meteos, and that was their original pick anyway. They only landed Dardock just because Scar. And they only landed Dardock because no one even wanted him. And so, like I said, it just goes back. This is a perfect opportunity for both of them, and I think that's gonna pop off. And I also think Sven is gonna pop off for C9. So you guys are lucky to have him, you little bastards.
All right, I gotta go, guys. But this is
Yeah, it was so good talking to you guys, man.
I gotta go have sex with my girlfriend. I mean, it's just what I do. It's just what I do around here.
Hey, do you, dog? Do you?
That poor sock will never be the same.
Dude, I hope you're getting new socks for Christmas. Dude.
One last thing before I head. Have you guys ever seen a Alinity stream?
Who the hell is this?
Look her up. She better than Pokimane. I'll smash that hoe.
Awesome.
Her dog is borderline eating her out on fucking stream.
What?
I'm not kidding, man. I'm not kidding. Dude, I don't know how Twitch has not banned her, but no.
Dude, they never ban chicks, man. They'll never ban chicks.
I only followed her because I had to do some research on the situation.
I feel you. It was for the channel. I understand.
I had to see it for myself to believe it. You know what I mean? That's how it works. Right,
hey, man, it's been great. It's been great, man.
All right, so I still don't know who's gonna be the main girl, who's gonna be my side girls, but you guys made a hard case to choose. I'm just saying. The TSM fans came in swinging tonight. I'm just saying.
Swinging.
I still have TSM at second place. You have to prove that you can beat TL first for me to respect you.
It's saying that you're a C9 fan, then you have them at fourth.
I have them at fourth. I don't know.
No, there's a lot of questions.
No, I was making that up.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
I'm gonna have them either first or 10th. It depends. Depends how I feel about it.
Oh shit!
I'm just kidding. They're probably gonna be like somewhere between 4th and 3rd.
No, they're gonna be good, dude. C9's gonna be good, man.
Oh, I just seen the notification that Sneaky was cosplaying. Now I know why he's leaving.
Oh, this motherfucker's always messing up
Like,
on something.
comment, subscribe, most of all, enjoy. Wave Life Esports.
Hi guys, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.